the hub for motorsports. If you love racing, this is the place to be. Collier goes into turn one. Foxy wall rides!
He chastained it! He's still chastaining it!
He's gonna do it! He can coast from here if he had to! It's unbelievable! Chris Stage, the gambler, off of turn 4 for the final time! He does it! He's gonna win! He's gonna do it through turns 3, off of turn 4, redemption for the Iceman, Jamie Knopf! Your Nexus 499 champion is Garrett Gusso! Garrett Gusso! The winner of the 499! Garrett Gusso, you are immortal! But it was a tie! It was a tie! Unbelievable! It was 1/millionth of a second! And now we're still side by side. Oh! Contact is made! Hill is sideways! Does he save it? Does he save it? He's still sideways. He saves it! Still drifted to the center! Unbelievable! Oh my goodness!
How did he save that?
Now his good ridders get by him here and through the dog leg. He's not gonna get there. That's not gonna hurt him too
Oh
bad.
no, don't do that! As he gets into the lap car, we just saw Kevin LePage. Oh my gosh!
It looks like Kreider's going to continue to lead. Oh, as Williams is sideways. Big crash in the back. As it looks like Kreider's going to get turned out under one. The 72. Gaston wins. Into turn 3. Henderson on the bottom. Sisson on the outside. Contact might have been made. Here comes Tim Henderson's going to be a drag race to the line. Who's going to get it? They're still side by side. It's going to be Cessna wins it at the line. Unbelievable finish.
Down on the way outside, hitting the jumps on there. Oh, they're making contact. The 74, the 09. The 09 is way out in the bonies. And they're looking, the 62's looking to the inside. We're side by side now. The action corner doesn't disappoint. James Pierce is in the wall.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Kreider. It's springtime, and everybody's...
Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic broadcast here tonight with the PSCRL gang. We're here at Chicagoland, 150 laps here tonight with just about 21 trucks. So it's going to be a good one. I'm really excited for this. But first and foremost, I've got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh, man, we're back for another one of these PSCRL Truck Series races. We're getting close to the end of this regular season. Another playoff spot up for grabs here tonight at Chicagoland, one of the last great gems in the motorsports world that we no longer see in IRL. Sad tears, but we get to experience it here tonight, virtually, here at the iRacing.
Yes, absolutely. A great race. Probably a lot of strategy to be played out here tonight. A lot of fun. But with that being said, let's go into some race info. We'll get you guys a little caught up on what's going on around here at Chicagoland, and then we'll go right into qualifying. So, with that being said, this is the I Like Turtles 150 here at Chicagoland. Race 10 of 20. Track length of 1.53 miles. Track temperature right now of 130 degrees and altitude of 662 feet. Ambient temperature of 86 degrees right now, 27% humidity, clear skies, and a 3-mile-an-hour wind. This is the PSCRL Truck Series Season 3. 18 degrees of banking in the corners, 11 degrees of banking on the front straight, 55-foot wide turns for absolute excitement. Stage caution on lap 35, pace car speed of not 65, and pit speed limit of not 50. But everybody here gets a quick repair tonight in case they get caught up in some craziness that might be ensuing here tonight at Chicagoland. So, right now, on top of the board, Matthew Wood, a very normal sight to see here. Landon Burbridge, P2. Chris Stange, P3. Dylan Carrier, P4. Tyler Bellinger, P5. So, real quick, though, I think it'd be a good time to just touch on a little bit of a touchy subject that happened today. We ran the 12 hours of Sebring, and we were doing pretty good. Got through the rain portion of it, and had a little bit of an accident where we put slicks on too early. The track was still wet. We're trying to tiptoe our way around, but it did not work out, ladies and gentlemen. And so what did we do? We stuffed it in the wall, got it back to the pits, started repairing it, got back out. We're only 4 laps down. And then I stuffed it in the wall again. So, yeah. We were in a pretty high split too. We weren't in a low split, which was pretty dope. We were running P2 at the time that we first junked it. And the second time we junked it, we were P4. So we were moving, but unfortunately, the Dega boys won't come home with the Sebring Trophy this time around. But we're already looking on to the next one. So, that being said, we got practice rounding up. Jay, real quick, let's talk a little bit about this race. Let's talk historically what we've seen here at Chicagoland. What can we be seeing here with the PSCRL truck guys here tonight?
I think the name of the game tonight is strategy. Strategy, strategy, strategy. This is going to be one of these races. Maybe we're going to see, we got that stage caution lap 35, so that's going to be an interesting opportunity. Maybe some people want to shortcut it if they're outside the top 10, maybe get track position going in that final stage. I believe maybe towards the end of this, we'll see maybe 2, maybe 3 stop, just depending on what these guys want to decide strategy-wise here tonight. Maybe if we get one of those late race cautions, track position is going to be important. So just trying to keep up on the track, be able to match your pit sequences correctly tonight, fuel to tire wise, keep that pace all night long. I think we're going to be talking a lot about the multiple strategies that play out here tonight. And I think we're going to see some 3-wide racing action here early on in this race. It's going to be wild. This Chicagoland, real wide racetrack, real racy. You see guys up against boards, some guys down against bottom, some guys using the middle lane. Real racy racetrack. Great racetrack to be at here tonight.
Yeah, look, we've already seen a lot of strategy in the races here with the PSCRO guys. We're definitely going to be seeing that tonight, for sure. For sure. One of the greats that we talk about with strategy, Chris Stange. We'll be definitely looking at that guy tonight. Real quick, Tanja in the chat. Tanja, thanks for showing up. We love hanging out with you in these chats. Love talking to you as well. But right now, Landon Burbridge on the track. He's about to complete his first lap here around Chicagoland. Let's see what Landon can do here. 31.829 as now he goes down into turn 1. You got a lot of other people on track right now. Henry Dudley crossing the line. We've got Jordan Kreider crossing the line. And a bunch more. Danny White to the top of the board. The 31.74. As Landon Burbridge now coming off of turn 4 to complete his qualifying run.
Oh, gets real tight there. Almost grabs some wall there off of turn 4, but here he is across the line. Let's see what he does here in qualifying. Looks like he's going to go to the top of the board with a 31.433. What a flyer of a lap, as now we're on board here with Chris Stange.
Chris Stange coming down the back straightaway. He just completed his first lap. He's coming back around to try and complete his second lap now. Jordan Kreider goes P2 with a 31.63. And Danny White P3, but off of turn 4 comes Chris Stange all the way down to the bottom on the apron across the line. Let's see what Chris can do. P2 with a 31.47.
That was a great lap time. It looks like Tyler Bellinger also went up there to P3. Here we are on board with Nathan Williams off the Dover win last week. Gets himself locked into the playoffs. What a run he had there. Another guy to talk about with strategies. He's a little sideways across the line. Drifting that thing. He's going to go up to a P7 position with a 31.618.
That'll round out Nathan's run as we go now to Josh Kreider, who is starting his run. This will be lap 1 for him going into turn 1 now. You can see the different types of lines that people are already using. Maybe trying to break in a line. Maybe trying to see if something works, maybe. But going into turn 3 now, Josh Kreider going in there with a head of steam off of turn 4, ready to complete his first lap.
Yeah, here he is. Going to go right down against the grass like we've seen everybody else do so far here in qualifying. Let's see what he puts up. He's up P7, 31.611. He's got one more lap to go. He's going to send it in here on the bottom. Maybe a little bit off the apron here. Get right there on that seam. Carry the speed off of turn 2. It looks like it might get a little tight. No, he does not. He's going to continue on here.
Coming down the back straightaway now, Josh Kreider looking to improve on this second lap now. Coming down into off of turn 4. Real close to the wall. Oh, he makes contact. Is this going to count? It's not.
Oh, no.
Big damage for him. Coming across the line.
Oh.
Not going to be able to improve that lap time he already has. So P7 so far. As this is Nathan Brookover getting loose off of turn 2. And that's going to end his run. But now we got Caden coming into turn 1 to start his qualifying lap and down the back straightaway.
Yeah, got a little clarification here. It's Caden Julio here in the 97 truck. We'll see what he does here in qualifying. Beautiful AMSOIL race truck. He's going to be digging here through the turns 3 and 4 now. Get right up there against the wall, close to contact. Make this corner, or the straightaway, as short as possible. You're down against the grass. We'll see what he puts up here on qualifying time. P10, 31.657.
Now going down into turn 1, he's going to go for the second lap here off of turn 2 now. He's going to get real close to that outside ball down the back straightaway. Try to get a good run here to set himself up into turn 3. So you can see he's working that line that Josh Kreider worked as well. But with that being said, qualifying has finished. And let's pull up our grid. So tonight on pole, Landon Burbridge. Wow. Is that right?
Yeah, that looks like it's correct to me. Landon Burbridge with the pole
Wow.
time here tonight at the top of the board.
Let's go, Landon. All right, Landon Burbridge on pole. And that number 2 on the outside of him, Matthew Wood in the 16 starting P2.
Starting P3, that's the gambling man, Chris Stange in the number 29 truck with Tyler Bellinger in the number 21 starting P4.
Jordan Hand, the number 3, starting P5 tonight with Dylan Carrier on the outside of him in the 54 starting P6.
Starting P7, that's Josh Kreider in the number 5 truck with Nathan Williams, your last week winner there in the number 13 truck starting P8.
Jordan Kreider in the 69 starting P9 tonight with Caden Gargiulo. Did I say that right? Gargiulo.
Yeah.
97 starting P10.
Starting P11, that's Danny White in the number 79 truck with Jonathan Gaston in the 72. Rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in the I Like Turtles 150 here at Chicagoland.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hand it off to the Grand Marshal, and then we'll get this thing underway.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Kreider. It's springtime, and everybody's itching for a win, especially getting close to these playoffs. So, gentlemen, be careful tonight and race really hard and start those engines, and let's go racing tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gridded up, ready to go. We're going to go into one of our favorite subjects here. Jay, take it away.
Yes, we're going to go into our race picks here tonight. You know what? This man's been mighty fast these last few weeks. He's been so close to winning. A late race caution derailed his chance of taking it win at Dover. Tonight is the night. We see Jordan Hand back in victory lane here in the Truck Series.
A great pick. I'm going to go for the long shot here tonight. I'm going to go with that 2 truck of Landon Burbridge. Super fast on pole tonight. Ready to see if that number 2 truck can get it done here, get that checker flag, and secure himself in the playoffs. That would be a phenomenal night for that 2 truck of Landon Burbridge. And boy, would it be exciting to see. Real quick, going back to the chat. Manda's in the chat. Go Nathan Williams. The sister of Nathan Williams. Heck yeah. Tanja says, let's go, Chris. Road Cool, excited to get this race rolling. Hoping for another good finish. That's the number 97 of Caden Gargiulo. TW says, let's go Nathan Williams. Natalie Underwood, go Jordan Kreider with a kissy face. Manda and Tanja back in the chat showing some more support. All right, we're going down the back straightaway. Lights are off on the pace car. Jay, any last words before we hit the green flag?
Yes, the best iRacers in the business here in the PSCRL Truck Series, round 10 of this fantastic season here at Chicagoland, one of the last great racetracks here in North America. Get ready, this could be a fantastic race, start to finish.
It absolutely is, and the race is about to begin. Remember, stage caution on lap 35. Landon Burbridge now in control of the field and inching closer to the restart zone with the green flag out in the air. There's a little bit of a checkup up behind, but the 2 truck and the 16 of Matthew Wood now side by side. Gonna go into turn 1 here as the 2 truck's getting a little bit of a push by Chris Stange, the outside of Matthew Wood. Not getting a lot of help behind him, but coming off of turn 2 now, we're gonna get a classic drag race down the back straightaway as the leaders are still duking it out to see who takes over first.
Here we are still side by side. The Iron Man, Matthew Wood on the outside trying to make it work here around Landon Burbridge using this outside line to his advantage here. Still side by side drag race. Who's going to lead lap 1? It looks like Matthew Wood's going to lead lap 1 here in Chicagoland. Is he going to continue to use this outside line?
To the inside still, that's Landon Burbridge trying to make something happen on the inside, still side by side now, but it looks like Landon's getting a little tight. So is the 16. Matthew Wood getting tight off of turn 2. Landon giving him a whole bunch of room off of turn 2, but down into turn 3, he's going to shove it on deep down in there and try to make it stick, and he does. They're still side by side for the lead off of turn 4 now, coming across the start-finish line. This one's going to go to Matthew Wood as well.
Matthew Wood still ripping this outside line, but Landon Burbridge putting up the fight here on the inside, taking the battle to Matthew Wood. Here we are off of turn 2. Maybe Matthew Wood can clear Burbridge here. It looks like he does. Matthew Wood is now to the point of this race. Burbridge back to P2.
All right, first and second fought themselves out now. Chris Dange finding himself in a bunch of cars under a blanket right now. Dylan Carrier working with him a little bit as Dylan gets real close to the wall. Tyler Bellinger in front of him in that number 21. We got Jordan Hand and Josh Kreider on the inside in the 3 and the 5. Now going into turn 1. Chris Dange going to continue to work that high lane, trying to make something work up there. We've seen that lane be pretty fast with Matthew Wood, and Chris Dange, here he comes. Look at the run he gets. He's already to the back bumper of Bellinger.
A little bit of bumper business here down the backstretch. Stage gonna push Bellinger down here into turn 3. As he got Hand here lurking as well. We're still side by side behind them with Carrier still ripping the outside. Oh, this could get tighter off of 4. Oh, maybe a little kiss of the wall there with the right rear for the 54 of Carrier. Is he still working this outside line? Still right here behind Jordan Hand into turn 1.
Now going into turn 1, the 54 is electing to be the highest truck of the field right now, using that outside lane, ripping the boards. As he comes off at turn 2, he's going to go side by side with Jordan Hand. He's going to get a little bit of a run here. He's going to try to get to the rear bumper of Chris Dange. He does for the most part, as look at this, he's using a whole different lane than Chris Dange through 3 and 4, as he's going to look to the outside, and here he comes. He's going to get the run on Chris Dange. Coming across the start-finish line now. He's not going to be able to do anything with it, though. He's going to stick behind Chris Dange going into turn 1.
Oh, and then he shoots to the bottom. Here comes Carrier. This truck is on absolute rails here tonight. He's going to get side by side here off of turn 2 with Stage. Maybe a little sideways, loosey-goosey there off of turn 2. Still side by side as we head into turn 3. Carrier making something happen here on the bottom. Making some moves here early. Showing the pace in this 54 truck off of turn 4. Still side by side.
All right, Stange still on the outside now. He's trying to make that outside lane work. You can tell the higher vehicle in the corners, the more of a run you get down the straightaways, but the lower vehicles, they get a lot better speed going into the corner. The shortest way around the track, the 54. He gets sideways. He saves it, but he's going to lose a lot of time now to Chris Stange as Jordan Hand goes by him. And look at this, Josh Kreider looking to the outside of the 54 now, going into turn 3. Oh, look at how loose he is. He's turning to the right. Look at that. Wow, he saves it. He keeps it straight, and he's still looking to the outside of the 54. Now crossing the start-finish line and going into turn 1.
Yeah, that was incredible wheel work there by Josh Kreider making it happen. Here comes his brother Jordan Kreider to the inside. Here comes Beringer with a massive run here off of turn 2. He's going to draw right up to the bumper here, the 5 of Kreider. And here we got some more battling here through the pack as well. Jordan Kreider's taking it down to the bottom of Nathan Williams now. Nathan Williams is finding this outside line to work in his advantage. Here comes Kreider going to get the clear opportunity here. Oh, it's look at Williams dead sideways off of 4. Unbelievable save there as we're headed for turn 1.
Now coming into turn 1, the 13's looking to take the fight to the 5 truck of Kreider as he's going to take that outside lane. Not going to be able to do much with it as now he's using a little bit of a crossover move coming off at turn 2, as this is your closest battle on track right now between the 13 and the 5. Going into turn 3 now, the 13 going to elect to go a little bit higher than the 5, and coming through turns 4 now off the exit. He's going to lose a little bit of time, but look at Dylan Carrier shooting down to the inside of Jordan Hand side by side across the start-finish line.
Yeah, this 54 truck's got a lot of drivability here tonight. He's making moves. He's going to drive it in extremely deep here into turn 1 and 2. He's going to clear the 3. Move Carrier up to P5. Oh, he's sideways. Oh, my goodness. He is fighting that truck. But look at the crossover move here by the 3 of Hand. He's going to take it back to the inside. Wheel to wheel here into turn 3. Here comes Jordan Hand.
to the inside, trying to make it work here against a hard-charging 54. The Dylan Carrier on the outside, still there, coming across start finish line. Dylan Carrier taking control of that P5 position as he almost clears hand going into turn 1. He's going to rip that outside lane, rip the boards now through turns 1 and 2, and he's going to get the run coming down the back straightaway, and he is going to clear hand. Now coming down the back straightaway, Dylan Carrier up into the top 5.
This is a different Dylan Carrier we've seen all season long. He's out here with a vengeance tonight here at Chicagoland. He wants to lock himself into the playoffs. He wants to get a victory here. He's going to draw right up to the rear bumper here of Stange, get a great run off of 4. About a car length and a half behind Stange here, headed for turn 1. Where does he take the momentum? Stange is going to go to the inside, a little defensive here. His Carrier's going to go back up to the boards. He loves ripping the boards here through 1 and 2. Oh, he gets stayed. Almost grabs some wall there up at 2. He's digging, though, down the back.
Dylan Carrier in the 54, looking to the outside of Chris Stange now. This is for the P4 position here at Chicagoland off of turn 4 now. Look at, oh, he got a little loose there. He's going to shoot all the way to the inside of, trying to get to the inside of Chris Stange. Not going to be able to do much with it, though. Chris Stange giving a great run off of turn 4, but now going into turn 1, Chris Stange usually, oh, we got a caution. Oh, the 20. Oh, man!
Oh my goodness. Sidewinder missile there. Oh, my goodness.
What happened there?
Oh, looks like Behringer's up in the outside wall. Yeah.
19, 18, 27. Let's go back and see what happened here going into turn 1. Oh, look at that. Danny White and Behringer getting into it there. The 77 and Underwood being a victim. 18. Man. You know what I'm going to do, Jay? You know exactly what I'm going to do here. Zachary. Here we go.
Take a boys on board cam. Let's do it.
Ooh.
I mean, he had the right idea, right? If you see a wreck in front of you, you kind of aim for the wreck and everything kind of usually clears out and you're good to go through. It just, 27 didn't move off the bottom. Went right into the rear end there of the 27. Some significant damage to both of those trucks. But we do have backup trucks. We'll see if they pull them out here.
Yeah, the 18 definitely pulling out his backup truck now. Henry Dudley and being involved in that first caution there. We got a couple takers down pit road as well. Nathan Williams being the first one. Danny White behind him. We got Brian Underwood, Ryan Rose coming down pit road. That is 4 vehicles right now. We got 5, 6 behind him now. 19 and 27. 27 took some massive damage there as well. Melvin getting up into the wall in that caution as well. So 2 of these guys, or 3 of these guys, will have some damage. Nathan Williams, though, leading this charge down pit road. Doesn't look like... Oh, he is taking tires. Okay, so tires and fuel for Nathan. But right now, up front, we got Matthew Wood in P1. We got Tyler Bellinger in P2. Landon Burbidge, P3. Chris Stange, P4. And Dylan Carrier rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, this doesn't really surprise me here with Nathan Williams heading down pit lane. We've seen this all season long. If we get an early caution, he's always hitting pit road. He always wants to get off sequence with your leaders. And it worked out for him last week at Dover. We'll see if it works out again here. Maybe flip the stage here at the end of this with lap 35. Got that stage break. Remember that. If you can get through some of this traffic, save some tire, maybe pull a little bit of strategy to get to the front of this field. Great start to this race, Tom. Unbelievable racing we were witnessing. The 54 truck Carrier looking real mighty strong here at the beginning. Was making some moves. Impressive to watch here. Burbidge slips down from the pole down to P3, still up here in contention. Bellinger also making some moves here early on up to a P2 position. Great racing so far.
You think his drink of choice tonight is High Noon?
High Noon. No, what is it? Corona. Find your beach. Racing with us out of Germany. Unbelievable.
All right. All right. We got Matthew Wood up on top. He's going to be leading this field to green. Lights are off on the safety vehicle. We are going green flag racing this time by Matthew Wood, Tyler Bellinger making up your first row. Chris Stange, Landon Burbidge making up your second row. Your third row will be made up of Dylan Carrier and Jordan Hand. Some other notables back here. We've got the 77 of Brian Underwood all the way back in P18. Nathan Williams, last week's winner, P15. Got a couple of new faces here, like Ben Gleason, Chris Goetz. And so hopefully we see some of those guys try to get up front here. But Matthew Wood ready to take the green flag here off of turn 4 now. We're going to watch this pace vehicle come off the racing surface and give control to the 16. An inch closer to the restart zone. Matthew Wood now setting himself up with the green flag out in the air. He's going to get another great jump here, as we've seen him do all year long. He's got a big gap between himself and second place, which is now between the 29 and the 21. Chris Stage, Tyler Bellinger. Chris Stage on the outside right now. We saw how dominant that outside lane was on last restart. Let's see if Chris Stage can keep up with that, and he can. Bellinger getting up right in front of him, now coming into turn 3.
Yeah, here comes Burbage. He's trying to send it in here to turn 3. Unbelievable, making 2 moves there in one corner as he's going to try to get door to door here with the 21 of Bellinger. He's not going to be able to. Stage, a little defensive. Here comes Jordan Hand to the inside. He's trying to make a move. This is great racing here into turn 1 as he's going to look to the inside. Here comes Burbage to the inside, trying to get to the inside of 21. Bellinger, a little defensive here on Burbage off of turn 2.
Off of turn 2 now. Chris Stage going to get a little bit of a run coming down the back straightaway now. Let's see if he takes that anywhere. But going into turn 3 now, Landon Burbridge looking like he's going to try to make a move here. Not going to do it. He is going to go a lane lower than the 21 off of turn 4 now. He's already to the rear bumper. He's going to try to make something happen all the way down to the apron. He's looking to the inside of the 21. Nothing's going to be of it right now, but going into turn 1, all over the rear bumper, ready to make something happen coming down the back straightaway off of turn 2 now. Let's see what Landon can do.
Oh, he gets maybe a little tight there in the tire checks of the 21 truck down the backstretch. He's going to push him. Where does he take the run? It looks like he's going to follow in the tire checks of the 21. But here comes Stage. He's looking a lane higher. He wants to get this outside rip, and he wants to rip the boards early. He's going to try and maybe set up a crossover here on Burbage. He's not close enough to make the move. These guys are going to go single file across the line. As you see Burbage still trying to find this inside line. Bellinger maybe a little defensive here into turn 1.
All right, down into turn 1, Landon Burbridge taking a different line than the 21. He's really strong on the inside, as you can see. Makes up a lot of time to the 21 coming down the back straightaway now. As here comes, is that Nathan Williams in P5? Look at him go. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom. He got new tires. He's just passing these guys left and right. He's going to be in contention for this stage win. Now coming across start finish line. He's challenging for P2, and he has it. He's in P2 and going down into turn 1, only 6/10 to the leader of Matthew Wood.
Where did Nathan Williams come from? He's up to P2. He restarted P15. Here he is digging. He is closing this gap to Matthew Wood so rapidly right now. Got it down to 3/10, 2/10 now. Down here into turn 3. He can see the 16. Look how aggressive he is on corner entry. He's going to get right to the bumper of the 16 of Matthew Wood. Sideways is one. We're going to be side by side across the line. Here comes Nathan Williams. Looks like Wood's going to lead this lap, but we're still side by side after turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now. Nathan Williams electing to go all the way down to the bottom, and he gains control of the lead. Nathan Williams to the point in the number 13 High Noon Alcohol. Beautiful Chevrolet Silverado. Now coming Matthew Wood in P2. Landon Burbridge back here in P3 finally makes the pass on Tyler Bellinger, who's in P4. Ryan Rose and Chris Stage now off of turn 4. Ryan Rose up to P5.
Yeah, Ryan Rose is on the same strategy as Nathan Williams here in the 78 truck. He's making moves. He's flying through the field. He's looking the inside. Oh, Bellinger with the big-time block. Defensive move. Oh, my goodness. It looks like he's still going to get a good run here off of turn 2. Stage was looking to the outside. Didn't make that happen. But here we are, side by side down the back. Here comes the 78 of Rose, trying to make a move for P4. It looks like he's going to get it as he sends it in here in turn 3.
He sends it deep into turn 3 and gets another position there up to P4 for Ryan Rose, and he is not done. He's got his sights set on Landon Burbridge, coming across start-finish line now and down into turn 1. He's going to dive it on deep down in here, all the way down to the bottom for Ryan Rose. As you can see, he's going to make this pass pretty easily here, off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna clear. Landon Burbridge down the backstretch, moving himself up to P3. Incredible drive so far. We've seen Williams and Rose on this alternate pit strategy driving through the field. Here he is, maybe close this gap to Matthew Wood to get some more stage points here. As you see Burbridge and Bellinger back there lurking, they're still maybe gonna be battling this out as Rose is flying. Here he is, he can see the 6-handed Matthew Wood just up the road from him. He's gonna continue to close this gap.
Coming through turns 1 and 2 now. Last time by 3/10 a lap quicker than your P2 guy, Matthew Wood. Ryan Rose a 32.56. Matthew Wood a 32.86. So he is definitely catching him. It's only going to be a matter of time before that 78 gets around the 16, as Nathan Williams has already opened up almost a 3-second gap to the second place now. As this gap between first and second keeps increasing. There's not a lot going on back here except for Chris Stange and Jordan Hand now off of turn 2. They're going to be battling it out here coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Jordan Hand trying to find a way around Stange. He's going to push him now. He sends it to the bottom here into turn 3. Side by side, Stange and Hand. Stange still using this outside line. Hand just riding the seam there. Oh, maybe a little tight here. Oh, he's sideways. He's going to hang on to him, but we're still side by side here across the line. Here comes Jordan Hand trying to find his way up into a top 5 position, top 6 position.
Now, coming down into turn 1, he's going to use a little bit of a different lane than Chris Stange. He's going to try to get an advantage there, as now Chris Stange is going to get around the 21. The 21 had a little bit of issues off of turn 2. Coming down the back straightaway now, Jordan Hand side by side with Bellinger for P6, as Bellinger is losing a lot of positions here, as he keeps it side by side battle with Hand off of turn 4. Ooh, real close there. Coming across the start-finish line now. These guys are going to continue. Oh, the 21 gets loose. He had a little bit of apron action going on there, and he gets his truck a little loose, but Jordan Hand holding on to that P6 position.
Yeah, the Bellinger still sideways here through 1 and 2. Hangs on to that race truck. Is now Jordan Hand going to continue with the pursuit on Stange. Going to try and close this gap down. Does he take it back to the bottom? He does. Stange still working this outside line. Still finding pace up there here towards the end of this stage. As the tires are going away just a little bit, you can tell these guys are struggling with the handling on these race trucks. Still battling out for a P5 position as Stange goes a short way around the tri-oval. As here comes Jordan Hand. He's going to try and close this gap even more here into turn 1.
This is your closest battle on track at the moment. Jordan Hand setting his sights on Chris Stange right in front of him, trying to make something happen here. The 3 has had some pretty good runs coming off of the corner, not being able to do much with it though. Chris Stange doing a very good job to hold on to that P5 position. Now coming off of turn 4, you can really see how loose these trucks are at the moment as Jordan Hand goes side by side with Chris Stange across the line. Jordan Hand being classified in P5 now, coming down into turn 1.
Wow, Jordan Hand making this inside line work. He's going to get a little tight here, though. Here comes Stange with the run off of turn 2. Oh, he might have kissed the wall with the right rear there off of turn 2. Here comes Stange making it difficult on Jordan Hand now, trying to hold on to this P5 position as we're winding down this stage. All these points are so important here, and these drivers are digging trying to get these positions here.
Absolutely, they are. Jordan Hand still struggling behind Chris Stange here. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, maybe stage was lap 30 then.
Yeah, that might have been stage right there, lap 30. So Nathan Williams is going to take the stage victory here tonight. Unbelievable job. Plays a little bit of strategy game to inherit the win here in the stage. Ryan Rose also drove all the way to a field up to a P2 position. Matthew Wood P3, Landon Burbridge P4, Chris Stange P5, Jordan Hand P6, Tyler Bellinger P7, Jordan Kreider P8, Joshua Kreider P9, and Jonathan Gaston will round out your top 10 here in the stage.
Your race 1 winner getting some good points here tonight with some stage points. Jonathan Gaston. We've talked to him a couple times. He's had some very good runs so far. Hopefully can continue that here tonight at Chicagoland. But all eyes on the 13 truck. Nathan Williams taking away the stage win from Matthew Wood. Let's see what he does here, because he did take a set of tires here where he won't be able to use them later on. So strategies are up in the air already. We saw that with the first pit stop, as now you see everybody coming down pit road.
Yeah, as we're going to see mass pit stops here. Real quick, though, we got to give Tom a round of applause there with that camera work at the end of that stage, flipping through all those drivers. That was impressive. Holy cow. He was doing it faster than I could even get the names out. Unbelievable. But here we are down pit lane. Nathan Williams going to lead them all down here into pit lane. Going to see who wins the race off pit road. This could be huge, getting this track position and maintaining it here.
Yes,
Looks like
absolutely.
Nathan Williams did a great job executing on entry there.
Oh!
Joshua Kreider slid through the box. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That is, well, he's got a lot of time to recover, but Nathan Williams, all eyes on him. He's got lots of fans out here. Oh, look at Ryan Rose! Oh, he's going to lose it! Oh, he comes out P2.
Man.
What a stop by Ryan Rose!
We're racing on pit road, man. This is a great race so far. Ryan Rose going to inherit the lead. Unbelievable. Matthew Wood back down to P8. Not the pit stop he wanted. We must have missed it. Maybe he slid through the box. Unbelievable.
Yeah, let's go back and actually look at it, because this is actually pretty important. We don't see a lot of mistakes out of... Oh, he did.
He did. Oh, man. Not what you want to do here.
Let's see what happened. Yeah, just completely missed it. There it is. Yep, lots of time missed right there for Matthew Wood, who is now classified as P8. So Matthew Wood got a little bit of work in front of him, but Ryan Rose, what a race by him so far. And as we switch to him, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going back green flag racing. Ladies and gentlemen, your first row, Ryan Rose, Nathan Williams. Second row, Landon Burbridge, Chris Stange. And your third row, Jordan Kreider and Jordan Hayen.
Yeah, unbelievable. We're already seeing some mistakes on pit road there by Josh Kreider and Matthew Wood, losing some positions here. Ryan Rose with the execution too. The max on pit road inherits the lead from Nathan Williams. We're going to be side-by-side action here once again, going green flag racing here in Chicagoland. Some of the best iRacers in the business here in the PSRL Truck Series. What a fantastic race it's been so far. And now here we are. We're going to be running it all the way down to the checkered. No more stage breaks. We're going to see who can get the victory here tonight, who can put the strategy in their favor.
Absolutely. Lots of support for the 13 truck out here tonight. Amanda says she's going to have to go to bed, though, so Mom's going to keep watching. Tanja giving us a few wow and a TW. Giving some support for Nathan Williams. Awesome. Awesome to see. But we got pace car coming off of the racing surface, control to Ryan Rose as he inches closer to the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. The 78 gets a great jump over P2 and Nathan Williams. Landon Burbridge underneath him. Chris Stange trying to help the 13 now going into turn 1. Let's see what happens here. Does the 13 clear the 2? He does. He's going to try to go into the tracks of Ryan Rose now. Coming through turns 1 and 2, off at 2 now as the 29 and the 2. Chris Stange, Landon Burbridge go at it for P3 going down into turn 3 now.
Yeah, what an amazing restart there by Ryan Roses. Look at Stange still working this outside line. He is committed tonight. Still trying to rip the boards. Looks like he's going to clear the 2 of Burbridge because Burbridge can stay side by side here. He does not. Stage up to P3. Burbridge back down to P4. As we got a little bit more side by side action, here comes Wood. He's trying to make a move here on the 3 of hand. He's going to make it happen. Up to P5. Matthew Wood on the recovery trail. Here comes Stange to the outside of the 78 of Rose.
Stange trying to get that 29 up to the front. He's got a hard charging 16 behind him, still side by side with Ryan Rose of the 78 now going through turns 3 and 4. Oh, Nathan Williams got real loose there, had to save the truck, and he does. He still holds on to the lead though, and look at this. Matthew Wood to the outside of Ryan Rose now going down into turn 1. He's going to look to go side by side with Landon Burbridge now right behind Chris Stange. Chris Stange is on a tear as well. Off at turn 2, we're going down the back straightaway, and the 16 is pushing the absolute crap out of the 29, now down into turn 3. Nathan Williams all the way to the top. He's trying to make something work up there, and here comes Matthew Woods and Stange off at turn 4.
We're side by side here for the lead. Stage with a massive run from the 16, pushing him here there into turn 3. Oh, Matthew Wood to the outside of Stage. Stage to the bottom. Here comes Nathan Williams, a little defensive on the outside. He knows he's got to protect that outside line. It's now like a Stage a little tight here of the 2. Oh, he's sideways. Here comes Matthew Wood up for P2. He's going to take that position. Now where does he take the fight to Nathan Williams?
All the way down to the bottom for Matthew Wood. He's already side by side with Nathan Williams off of turn 4. The 13's going to get a little bit of a run here. Oh, almost contact made there as they come across our finish line. And Nick Woods, he leads that lap going down into turn 1 now, the 16. He's looking real strong. Oh, a crossover. The 16, he's getting loose all the way up to the wall. He saves it. No contact as the 13 and the 16 are drag racing it down the back straightaway into turn 3.
Oh, Nathan Williams going to retake the lead. He took the air off the back of that 16 truck, got him sideways, but here comes Wood back to the inside. Oh, Williams makes some wall contact off a 4. Not what he needed. Here comes Matthew Wood ripping the inside line. This is going to get interesting here in a turn 1. Little cat and mouse. Who's going to be more aggressive? Nathan Williams going to hang it on his door. Hangs it on his door here through 1 and 2. Still side by side. He's not going to get super tight. We're still dragging down the back. Classic drag race. Williams and Wood.
Going down into turn 3 now. The 13 still on the outside of the 16. And the 13, he's going to run through 3 and 4. And it looks like he's going to best the 16 off at turn 4. He does. Look at the 13 go. He's coming across the start finish line. He leads lap 40 on to 41 now as the 16's coming on a little bit of a resurgence now. He shoves it on deep into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Right rear damage to the 16 as the 13 goes by. Here comes Chris Stage. He's looking to the inside of the 16, going down into turn 3 now. Matthew Wood all the way back to P3, and here comes Landon Burbridge.
Oh man, that's some significant right rear damage to the 16 of Matthew Wood. That's going to be like a parachute as Nathan Williams putting the absolute fight on tonight. Does not want to lose this lead. His Stage is up here in a P2 now. Burbridge trying to make this inside line work. Matthew Wood's going to go right up against the boards. Still hurting with that damage. Let's see if he can get a good run here. He's going to get right to the bumper of Stage. Maybe push him down the back to try to clear this 2 truck. They're going to work together here down the back. Here comes Matthew Wood still fighting back.
Into turn 3 now. Landon Burbridge shoving it deep on the inside, not going to be able to go side by side with the 16 off of turn 4. The 16 trying to stay in tow with the 29 now as he's lost a little bit of time, and that right rear damage might be affecting him more than we think. Look at Dylan Carrier now. He's up into the P5 position, still battling with the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. Now coming through turns 1 and 2 off of turn 2 now. The 54 to the outside of the 2 as he clears the 3 coming down the back straightaway. And into turn 3 now.
Yeah, Dylan Carrier still ripping the boards up here, making some time. He's flying. Look at him go on the outside line. And we've seen a new Dylan Carrier here tonight, and he is aggressive. He is up to P4 now. Body over the rear bumper of the 16 of Matthew Wood. He's going to push him here into turn 1. Where does he take the run? He's going to stay to the outside. Here comes Matthew Wood. He's trying to rip the wall up here. Still got a little bit of damage, and he's still fighting with that damage. As look how tight they get to the wall here. Maybe some contact by Stage. Here's Matthew Wood going to continue pushing 29 into turn 3.
Coming down into turn 3 now. The Stage is going to stay to the high side. Look at Dylan Carrier. He's going 1 truck above the 16 through 3 and 4. Unbelievable. He's still in the track. He's still trying to get that draft now. Coming across start finish line. Matthew Wood now. He is coming under attack by the 54 as the 54 shoots lower than the 16 now going into turn 1. Not going to be able to do much with it though. Off at turn 2 now and down the back straightaway. The 54 is still behind the 16, and we've got a half-second gap between first and second of Nathan Williams and Chris Stage. Now down into turn 3. The 16 of Matthew Wood. He's shoving it all down deep in there, and he's not going to make it work, but here comes Dylan Carrier with the run.
Dylan Carrier got a great run here off at turn 4. Can he use the momentum? He's going to go to the outside. Here comes Carrier. He's going for P3. He's going to continue to rip the boards as Woods using this inside line. Oh, he gets a little tight. Does the 16-1. Here comes Carrier with the massive run here off at turn 2. We're going to be drag racing down the back. This is for P3. Carrier still working the outside line. Ripping the absolute boards off this place here at Chicagoland. Making it work on the outside line. He's going to clear the 16 off at turn 4.
Off at turn 4. 54 now. He does clear him. Dylan Carrier up to the podium position. P3 here tonight with an amazing run that he has put together so far. Matthew Wood getting a little bit of right rear damage. Might be a little bit of a struggle for him right now. As you can see it, he is struggling here behind the 54 of Dylan Carrier. As coming down the back straightaway now, he's classified in P4. Ryan Rose in P5. And as you can see him, he dives it on down deep in there. Landon Burbridge, he finds himself all the way back in P6. Jordan Hand, P7. Jordan and Josh Kreider in P8, P9. Jonathan Gaston. That is rounding out your top 10 right now. And we got a little bit for the lead.
Yeah, we got a battle for the lead. Stage to the inside of Nathan Williams. Oh, he's gonna get tight here. Does he make contact? He doesn't. That's Nathan Williams fighting with all he's worth up here at the front of the field, holding behind Stage. This is insane. Nathan Williams doing a fantastic job controlling the pace of this race right now. His Stage is going to close this gap down again. He's got it down to less than half a car length. Oh, his Carrier sideways. They're off a 4. As here comes Ryan Rose mixing it up. We got these 5 guys under a blanket for the race lead.
Absolutely, but going down into turn 1 now, Chris Dange, he's going to hold that top line with Nathan Williams. It looks like this top line has really come into play now. The top line rubbered in and ready for race usage. Look at Ryan Rose back here. He just cut off the nose of Matthew Wood. He's up to P4 now. He makes that pass. As you can see, he's using a little bit of a different line, but here comes Chris Dange to the inside of the 13. He's got the lead of this race right now. The 13 hanging on the door, hanging on the quarter panel now, coming across our finish line, Chris Dange. He is to the point now.
Yeah, Chris Dange looks like he's going to clear the 13 for a second, but look at Nathan Williams rolling the momentum here on the outside line. Oh, he's going to get tight. Almost makes contact. We're still side by side here for the race lead. Nathan Williams, Chris Dange battling it out here down into turn 3. Stage on the bottom, Williams on the outside. Here comes Carrier. He's going even wider than everybody else, trying to find the pace. Here comes Ryan Rose to the inside. Stage to the lead of this race, lap 51.
Completing lap 50 now, and all we are seeing are epic battles left and right here at Chicagoland. The 13 diving on deep into the 29 here into turn 1. He's going to try to make something happen. He gets real tight off at turn 2. Almost contact there. He slides right in front of the 54. The 54 nowhere to go but to push the 13 now down into turn 3. As here comes Matthew Wood. He's coming back as well on the outside. Chris Dange still leading this race right now. Ryan Rose to the inside of the 13. Off at turn 4, we're side by side now for P2 across the start finish line.
Yeah, still side by side here for P2. Ryan Rose faded on the initial start, but here he is, got the pace on the long run, making it happen here on the inside of Nathan Williams. Can he clear him off at turn 2? Oh, Williams is sideways. Oh my goodness, what a save. Here comes Carrier to the inside. He wants to get up to P3. Battle it out, door to door, down here into turn 3. Carrier working the inside. Williams still committed to the outside. Here can Carrier clear. Williams on the 4.
Oh, big wall.
Williams is in the wall. We're all in the wall.
4 wide coming across start finish line now. The 13. Nathan Williams all the way back to P7 now as Matthew Wood is now coming under or attacking the 3 truck of Jordan Hand for P3. That is your P3 position right there. The 3 truck of Jordan Hand coming down the back straightaway now. The 3 trucks going on the defensive as Chris Dange and Ryan Rose now. They look like they're going to have a battle here in 3 and 4. The 78 gets underneath the 29 now off of turn 4. Let's see what Ryan Rose can do here. Maybe a little bit of wall contact there by Chris Dange across the start finish line. We're side by side for the lead once again here at Chicagoland.
Side by side down here into turn 1. It looks like the 29 of Stage got aggressive on corner entry. Ryan Rose has really found some work down here on the bottom, making it happen. As it looks like Stage is going to clear him here off of turn 2. Here comes Ryan Rose. He's still working this inside line. He's going to shoot all the way down to the bottom. Still side by side here into turn 3. Ryan Rose trying to make it happen. Still side by side here off of turn 4. Stage continuing to rip the outside wall here. Still side by side. Unbelievable. Stage is going to lead this lap.
Stage leads another lap from the outside. Ryan Rose doing everything he can on that inside lane. These two have been battling it out, and it gets everybody closer to them now. Off of turn 2, Jordan Hand continues to get that gap down between himself and second place. Ryan Rose getting back to the tracks of Chris Dange now going down into turn 3. Jordan Hand all the way back there in P3 had to fend off everybody behind him. He does a phenomenal job of that, and now he's setting his sights on the 78 of Ryan Rose coming across start finish line now. That's the completion of lap 55. Chris Stange still out front coming down into turn 1 with a lot of offense coming from the 78. Coming off of turn 2 now. Oh, the 78's a little sideways there. He holds on to it, but coming down the back straightaway now, Chris Stange still in the lead.
Yeah, nobody's really been able to check out on the field here early in this race. These guys are still under a blanket here, battling for the lead. Ryan Rose going to go back to the inside where he's found the pace all night long, continuing to get close to Stange. He's to the inside. We're going to go side by side again for the race lead. Here comes Rose. Can he make it happen this time on the inside? Stange did a great job defending on the outside last time. Here it is. Stange still working this outside line. Q's going to get the momentum off of turn 2. It looks like Ryan Rose maybe a little sideways there. Still side by side here down the back. Stange still working the outside line.
That outside lane is extremely strong right now. The 78 trying to do his everything he can on that inside lane, getting that clean air, getting that really fast momentum that he could get through the corners. Almost clears Stange off of turn 4 across start finish line. Ryan Rose does lead this lap. A great run by him so far, going down into turn 1. The 78's going to dive it on deep in there, but so is Chris Stange on the outside, and Chris Stange is going to hold on to the lead here, coming off of turn 2. Look at him go down the back straightaway. A classic drag race down into turn 3.
Yeah, another drag race down here into turn 3. Stange is doing such a good job on this outside line. He's not relenting this lead at all. Ryan Rose been able to make this inside line work better than really anybody has all night long. Still working this inside line, and he's going to lead another lap here across the line. Stange still fighting on the outside. As you see Jordan Hand, Landon Burbridge still lurking here in the background, trying to find an opportunity to make a move here as they close this gap to your front 2. Still side by side off of 2.
Side by side off of 2 for the lead of this race. Rose has it in the corners. Stange has it on the straightaways. That run he's getting from the outside, meeting the world right now. Chris Stange going to be leading every lap so far with this run and this battle. But look at this, Ryan Rose on the inside. Man, what a corner he had there. Chris Stange fights really hard back on the outside, but he's not going to lead that lap. Incredible. Ryan Rose doing a phenomenal job on the inside, and it looks like everybody else is going to go with him. Coming off of turn 2 now. Oh, the 78 gets loose. He gets loose. Chris Stange back to the outside. He's going to leg the 78 just a little bit going into turn 3. It's not going to be enough as Ryan Rose shoots back down to the inside as Chris Stange still working the outside off of turn 4.
Yeah, Stange is just so strong on this outside line. I don't know if he's going to be able to make this happen here on the inside is Ryan Rose. But here comes Jordan Hand. He's now side by side with Ryan Rose here for P2. Jordan Hand, oh, look at this move to the middle lane. Jordan Hand trying to get to the front of this field. Unbelievable move that he just made. Here he goes with a massive run off of turn 2. Here comes Burbridge now. He's trying to get up to P3. Unbelievable as we head to turn 3.
What a run so far by Landon. He found himself way in the back there on that restart, and now he's back up to P4 fighting for that P3 position. Matthew Wood still back there in P5. What a great job he's done so far as well as this battle for P3 heats up with Landon Burbridge to the outside of Ryan Rose. Let's see what Burbridge can do here. The 78 sends it in real deep. The 2 truck going all the way down to the bottom. A little bit of a crossover here. Look at this 16 way sideways right there.
Goodness.
Good Lord, did you see that as we got a battle for the lead once again down into turn 3.
Jordan Hand sent it in here to turn 3. It looks like he's going to take the lead of the race. Here comes Jordan Hand for the lead. He's got past Stange. It's now Ryan Rose and Burbridge are going to try and pounce on this opportunity. Jordan Hand to the race lead. And now Ryan Rose, Burbridge maybe sideways down here into turn 1. Ryan Rose up on the outside, trying to close this gap down to Stange as it looks like maybe he's going to try the middle lane as well. Oh, he's sideways. Almost wall contact. Unbelievable. Drag race down the back.
Landon Burbridge, the 78 of Ryan Rose, side by side now, going down into turn 3, and these guys have been duking it out for a while now. This whole restart sequence, these guys have been side by side. The 78, the 29, everybody here as Matthew Woods looks to come back and pounce on this battle here as he's just lurking in the background. Landon Burbridge going down to the bottom, the 78 to the outside of him. Now through turns 1 and 2, we're still side by side for P3. Look at Chris Stange. He's losing a lot of steam now as the 29 looking like he's dropping like a rock. Here they come down into turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like we finally see a car kind of check out on the field here, Jordan Hand, but look at this three-wide action here off of turn 4. Oh, so tight. Here comes Matthew. What are we looking at? 4 wide for P2. Stage thinks better of it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What are we witnessing? As Ryan Rose goes on the P2. Matthew Wood looking to the inside here through turns 1 and 2. Oh, he's going to get sideways. He saves it. Here comes Burbage back around on the outside for P3.
Wow, what an incredible sequence of events that we just witnessed there. Unbelievable what these guys were able to do. We're seeing some cars come down pit lane now. It's about that time. Almost a second gap between first and second now as Ryan Rose finds himself back in P2. Landon Burbridge on the podium in P3 at the moment. Matthew Wood in P4 and Chris Dange in P5. Chris Dange is going to have a little bit of worries here with a little bit of a hard charger, Dylan Carrier and Tyler Bellinger behind him. Might be a little bit more laps before they finally get there, but nonetheless, they are coming quick. Matthew Wood right now in that P4 position as he's coming off of turn 4. Oh, Ryan Rose real sideways there off of turn 4. Landon can't capitalize on that. Chris Dange down pit road.
Here it is. Pit sequences have begun. Chris Dange going to be the first one to pit with the undercut strategy here. He was fading, was leading this race, fell back to P5. Here he is, going to change up the strategy a little bit. We'll see if anybody matches this here as we got another battle here. Bellinger to the inside of Carrier. This is for P5 now on the track. Is now Carrier with the crossover back to the inside here through 3 and 4.
Dylan Carrier shooting down to the bottom. Oh, he's going to pit too. Coming down pit road. Dylan Carrier, Matthew Wood, Jonathan Gaston coming down pit road. And Josh Kreider as well. Look, we're real close battling right here on pit road. As Chris Dange now coming off of pit road. Let's see how he blends with Matthew Wood as this race continues on. But right now, Jordan Hand has a second gap between himself and second place. Ryan Rose, Landon Burbridge rounding out your top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see if these guys pit. We know Jordan Hand loves the long game strategy. He's shown it all season long. He's going to stay on the racetrack. So is Rose. So is Burbridge as these guys continue to battle maybe for this P2 position as Rose and Burbridge finally got through a lot of that battling and prevailed there into those top podium positions here through 1 and 2 now. Burbridge closing this gap to Ryan Rose and maybe a little sideways here off of turn 2. Unbelievable. That 78 truck has been sideways all race long and he's still running up here in a P2 position.
Great job so far by Landon. He has an absolute fast rocket ship here tonight. Here comes Rose. Down pit road, Burbridge, Hand, everybody coming down pit road. Bellinger, Underwood, all coming down. Jordan Kreider staying out at the moment. He is going to inherit the lead of this race as Farrell Robbins comes down pit road. Henry Dudley, everybody is down pit road except for Jordan Kreider in the 69. Let's see what kind of strategy he runs here. Is he going to go long? Is he going to pit this lap? I don't know. So many variables up in the air, and it's all laying on the shoulders of Jordan Kreider. Now down into turn 3.
Yeah, he's down there on the inside line. It looks like he's going to come to pit road, and he does. That's going to hand the race lead over here to somebody. We got to let this all cycle through as the lineup's all mixed up here. Is it going to be Matthew Wood? Looks like Jordan Hand, Ryan Rose, Bellinger, Underwood, or Matthew Wood. It's all cycling through. Here it is. It's a battle for the lead right here. This is going to be Matthew Wood's going to take the lead from Hand here. Unbelievable. Matthew Wood's going to cycle to the race lead. Stange up here to P2.
What an incredible pit stop Matthew Wood had to find himself up to the top now. That little bit of an undercut meant the world to him. Chris Dange didn't really work out for him as he was one of the first to come down pit road and get new tires. Look at Jonathan Gaston. He was the first. Him and Gargiulo. I'm sorry. I really am. Caden and Jonathan were the first 2 trucks on pit road for this green flag sequence, and they find themselves P3 and P4. An incredible job by them so far, and hopefully they can hold on to that as Jordan Hand's coming with a big head of steam. Ryan Rose right behind him as well. Ryan lost a little bit of time there as they come off of turn 4. Dylan Carrier behind him. Tyler Bellinger in P8. Brian Underwood P9. And Danny White in P10. Jordan Kreider right there was leading the race at one point, and he finds himself P11 now.
Yeah, this is interesting how it all cycled through, as now we got a battle here. It looks like Ryan Rose and Carrier side by side behind Hand. Here comes Ryan Rose to the inside. Let's see if he has a short run pace on this run as he's still digging to the inside. Look at Carrier working the outside line. He's going to get a massive run here off of turn 4. Can he clear a Hand here? Still side by side. Ryan Rose maybe looking 3 wide. Not going to make it happen. Here comes Dylan Carrier. He's to the outside of Jordan Hand now as we head for turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now, still side by side, but look at that! The 54 clears the 3! Dylan Carrier up into the top 5. He's P5 at the moment. Here comes Ryan Rose and Jordan Hand off of turn 2. These guys duking it out, coming down the back straightaway. Here's Caden Gargugio now, and he is going to be overtaken very, very fast here. As you can see, the 97's tires isn't as good as what they used to be. Coming across start-finish line now, the 54 overtakes him, the 78 side by side with him now, and Jordan Hand looking to make that pass down into turn 1.
Yes, oh, it gets a little tight, does Caden. Oh my goodness, Hand had to lift. Unbelievable that we didn't wreck right there. Great car control by these boys here tonight as Jordan Hand loses a bunch of time through that exchange. What can he do now as he got Bellinger closing this gap down to the rear bumper of the 3 of Hand. He's going to go to the inside of Caden Gargiulio. He's going to take, or maybe take this position real tight here off of turn 4. Here comes Tyler Bellinger. He's trying to make something happen. Doesn't he push the 97 truck into turn 1? Here's Hand still working this inside line.
All right, coming down into turn 1 now, the 3 truck, Jordan Hand, still sticking to that inside, the 97 up top, not going to be able to do much there. And now, Tyler Bellinger getting ahead of Caden, and that makes your P6 and P7. Bellinger still over the rear of that 3 truck right now. What a beautiful run so far by these guys. These guys have been doing a great job as we've got maybe a little bit of battle here between Chris Stange and Jonathan Gaston going into turn 1. This is for P2. Jonathan Gaston, what an incredible run he's had so far. Coming off of turn 2 and coming down the back straightaway now.
Yeah, Jonathan Gaston played this strategy game to perfection here up to a P3 position as they're losing just a little bit of time here to Matthew Wood. I noticed that Matthew Wood did not prepare the right rear damage on that race car during that pit stop. He didn't take that quick repair, and he's still fast. Unbelievable pace that the 16's putting together here as Stange and Gaston still battling for this P2 position back there.
Absolutely. Coming into turn 1 now, Gaston. I am absolutely beside myself right now by the performance of that 72 truck. Unbelievable what he has been able to do right now. He was one of the first trucks to pit, and he finds himself still battling with Chris Stange. Chris Stange took tires after the 72, and the 72 is even able to keep up with the 29, even with the dirty air in front of him. That 72 is phenomenal. I don't think I could actually describe the situation of how fast that 72 is right now. It's just unbelievable what Jonathan is able to do right now.
Yeah, he's just digging right now. He's actually got this gap down to 0.2 of a second here, closing it down to Stange as he's going to go to the outside. Stange loves this outside line. He looks like he's going to rotate down towards the seam there, second lane through the corner. And Gaston maybe a little tight here off of turn 4, lose a little bit of time, but still right in the tire tracks here with Stange in contention right now, doing everything he needs to do as we're going to continue to log laps through this second segment here, this second little stage stint here on these tires. As look at Gaston still working that truck, trying to gain some more pace here.
This is incredible what Jonathan's doing right now. We'll take it to the closest battle on track, though. Right now, that's Ryan Rose. Tyler Bellinger going into turn 3 now. That's about a 0.2 of a second gap between these two guys. These guys have been battling it out now for a couple of laps now, with Ryan Rose holding on to that P5 position. Jordan Hand in P7. Not really like Jordan Hand. We usually see Jordan Hand up front, maybe having a little bit of struggles here tonight at Chicagoland in that number 3 truck. But Tyler Bellinger, what a run he's had so far. He's only ran a couple of races here with the PSCRL guys, and he's doing a phenomenal job, even with the veterans of the series, as he now goes down into turn 3, still stuck behind the 78 of Ryan Rose. But nonetheless, here in a few laps, this battle may heat up just a little bit. Coming off of turn 4 now, across the start-finish line to complete lap 80. Yeah,
I like what you said there about Jordan Hand. It isn't like Jordan Hand, but we saw in that last stint, He didn't have that takeoff speed. He wasn't quick on the short run. His truck got faster as the run went along. Maybe he's just saving a little bit of tire. He knows his strategy was off just a little bit with the long pit strategy compared to the rest of the guys around him that undercut him. Maybe he's just saving a little bit of tire here. He knows these guys are maybe cooking it a little bit, and he'll be able to close in here by the end of this stage, or by the end of this stint before the next pit stop, and actually gain some more time back to your race leaders. As these guys continue here, this is Ryan Rose, P5, Bellinger, P6, and Jordan Hand, excuse me, here in P7. Continuing to run long laps here on the second stint of this race.
Jay, I'd like to take this opportunity right now to maybe go on board with the driver. I'm thinking the 72 is Jonathan Gaston, as that 72 has been doing a phenomenal job right now. Let's take you on board with this crazy Chicagoland, very abrasive track, and see what the 72 truck is doing off of turn 4 now. You can see he's sticking to the draft of the 29 coming down the front straightaway, trying to get as much speed as he can coming into the corner. Not a lot of off throttle time. He is on throttle right now, just not full throttle, but coming off of turn 2. Look at this. He gets a little bit of a run on the 29. We're going to go back to an open shot here so we can see everything that's happening down into turn 3 now. We're side by side for P2. Look at Jonathan Gaston. Unbelievable what he's doing here tonight at Chicagoland off of turn 4. We're still side by side for P2. Unbelievable what that 72 is doing.
Yeah, Stange v. Gaston still side by side here for P2. Gaston working this inside line. Stange has been committed to this outside line all race long. Gaston got a great run last time off of turn 2. Was able to make it side by side. Here, off of turn 2 this time by. We are still side by side. A little bit of a classic drag race down the backstretch here at Chicagoland. As Gaston, he's going to maybe send it in here on the inside. Can he make it happen? Stange is going to get the momentum. Get the run here off of turn 4. Might be able to clear the 72.
Still side by side for P2 now. No, not anymore. The 29 of Chris Stange, he clears the 72, but he's not giving up. Look at Gaston, back down to the inside, shoving it all deep down in there, trying to make something happen, but it looks like Chris Stange, he's going to get a little bit of a run off of turn 2, and the 72 is going to have to get back behind the 29. What a great battle we just witnessed there, but as they were battling, Ryan Rose in P4 has shrunk that gap from 1.1 seconds to 0.5 seconds off of turn 4. Now we're going side by side once again. No, we're not. The 29 is Stange holding strong in P2 as Ryan Rose back on charge to the front.
Yeah, as these guys continue to battle, it's kind of allowed the 78 of Ryan Rose to close this gap down. He has got it down to 0.3 of a second now, a couple car lengths. Good run, you're off of turn 2. Can he take advantage of these boys battling in front of him? Unbelievable what we're witnessing, as now Gaston back to the inside. Still trying to make this pass on stage for P2. Oh, they're going to be wheel to wheel here, door to door here off of turn 4. Oh, nearly contact made here, but look at the run that the 78 of Rose has. Here he comes. He's going to try and put his nose up here into P2.
Now coming down into turn 1, we're still side by side for P2, the 78 of Ryan Rose. He's always real sideways off of turn 2. He saves it. He saves it. What a great save by the 78. He's going to have to make up a little bit more ground, though, to get back to the rear bumper of these guys. But Gaston still to the inside of the 29 as he's working real hard to try to get around Chris Stange off of turn 4 now. And down the front straightaway, it looks like Chris Stange going to get a little bit of a run here to get in front of the 72. He does. Coming across the start-finish line down into turn 1 now. Ryan Rose to the outside of Gaston now. The 78, he's looking to be on a run now. Down through turns 1 and 2. He's following in the steps of Chris Stange. Now we're side by side for P3.
Wow, this is fantastic racing as now Ryan Rose, he's going to shoot to the bottom. He split the needle there, threading the needle. He's to the inside of Stange now. He's going to try and go for that P2 position with a massive run off of turn 4. It's Ryan Rose of the P2. Here comes Gaston. He's still trying to work over the 29 of Stange. And here comes Jordan Hand. The long run truck of the night is showing up here towards the end of this run. Digging right now. And Stange gets a little tight. Here he goes to the inside. We might be 3 wide here. Oh my goodness, near contact. Here comes the 3 of Hand.
The 3 of Hand coming down the back straightaway now, side by side with Gaston. Just for a split second, they're 3 wide with Stange and Gaston as they're coming through turns 3 and 4 now. Off the exit of 4, the 72 is getting real close to the 3. Oh, we got contact in the back. Gaston is around on the front straightaway. Oh, man. Brian Underwood barely getting through that. Gaston goes around. down and makes contact with the wall. Unbelievable.
How did Underwood avoid that wreck? Unbelievable threading of the needle there by the 77. Little bit of damage here to the rear end of the 72 of Gaston. So unfortunate. We'll have to go back and look if that was some net code or maybe a little bit of misjudgment there by the 21. We'll have to see.
Let's go back and look here at the yellow flag. It looked like it involved Jonathan Gaston in the 21 of Bellinger. Let's see if we can get a better view here. We'll go a little bit slower. Maybe the 72 didn't really expect the 21 to be that high there. Coming across the start-finish line down the front straightaway. The 21 was above the white line just a little bit more than normal. Looks like just a little bit of a racing incident there between those two. But
yeah,
unfortunate nonetheless. But look at that! Holy cow!
Holy cow! Oh man, that looks even cooler in slow-mo. I can't believe he avoided that one. Unbelievable.
Let's see this. Let's go on board with the Dega Boys cam. Let's go full speed and see what happened. Because this is actually crazy. Whoa, man!
A pants change here on the
Holy
77
cow!
truck.
Code
Holy
Brown!
Cow.
He needs some new
Code
pants!
Brown. Oh,
all right.
Fruit of the loom. Oh man.
All right, coming down
our pit stops.
yeah, pit road. Matthew Wood leading the charge. Chris Stange P2, Jordan Hand 3, Bellinger P4, Dylan Carrier P5. Let's see what the 16 can do here as he does get into his pit box very nicely this time by. Let's see if anybody can beat him. This is going to be big if he can. Landon Burbridge coming in to get his pit stops done. Nobody's going to be able to beat Wood, though. Stange coming out. Oh, a good race there between Rose and Hand. Looks like Rose did beat Jordan Hand and Tyler Bellinger. Going to come off P5 here, and that's going to round out your top 5. But, man, Matthew Wood still out front here with that right rear damage. Impressive.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if he was going to take that quick repair. I can't really tell with the scheme on that truck if he did or not. We'll have to see. No, he did not repair that damage. Unreal. Maybe he knows something we don't here, Tom. Maybe he's getting a little bit more of that downforce, a little bit more of that horsepower in that Chevy Silverado right there with that little bit of damage. That's great. A great action here. Unbelievable. What a race we've witnessed so far.
What do we call that? Redneck horsepower?
Redneck horsepower.
He's got
man.
a
Ask
little
the Alabama Bama man. He'll tell you all
yeah,
about
that's
it.
right. The Alabama Bama man coming out here tonight, giving us some redneck horsepower. Crinkle that right rear, baby. It makes it more straight.
Yeah.
Because you know
It's like back in the day when they used to go out with a sledgehammer and they'd knock the right front end, just to get a little bit more of that downforce on them race cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Watching old Ray Evernham taking a big old sledgehammer to the rear wing or rear spoiler of Jeff Gordon's Cup car there. That was pretty cool. Iconic. Is what we say it. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe
get better action than that.
Well, man, maybe we need to do that for all vehicles. Maybe we just take a sledgehammer and beat the absolute crap out of it. Maybe get some redneck horsepower out of it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If you gain a little bit more power, you might as well take the advantage, right? I mean, we've seen all kinds of cool ingenuity in the past, and right now it's working out in the favor here of Matthew Wood. We got Chris Stange here, P2. I think that's Nathan Williams, maybe a lap down here.
It is.
Maybe getting the free pass. He had a great run going early on. I noticed he faded there on that first little green flag stint we had. See if he can get back in contention here. Jordan Hand, Ryan Rose. Lots of fast trucks here at the front of the field. Man, what a show these guys have put on tonight. We've seen comers and goers all night long, side-by-side battles, a little bit of strategy thrown in. We're going to reline them back up and go again here, Tom.
Yurt, getting ready to go here tonight. Look, Jonathan Gaston coming down pit road with a little bit of a strategy call here. Maybe try to get a little bit more fuel. Wonder if, actually, let's go ahead and pull up our pit strategy here. Let's see how long these guys have been able to go. So 37 laps seems to be the most right now. As, 37 done by Dudley, Gleason, Burbage, Robbins. 38 by Kreider, Underwood, Bellinger, Hand. All these guys doing 37 laps, so they're definitely gonna have to do another pit stop here, I believe. But coming down the back straightaway now, lights are off on the pace car. We're going green flag racing this time by, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna watch the 16 of Matthew Wood control the field once again. Chris Stange to the outside, Jordan Hand and Ryan Rose making up row 2. Tyler Bellinger and Dylan Carrier making up row 3. But coming off at turn 4 now, we're going to watch that pace car come off the racing surface. Control to Matthew Wood as he inches closer to the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. The 16 once again getting a great jump versus everybody else. Chris Stange and the 78 of Ryan Rose now going side by side down into turn 1. Let's see how this plays out for the 29 on the outside. It seems to be that outside lane is kind of desirable on these restarts, but Ryan Rose proving that otherwise. He takes that P2 position and he holds on to it. Woods now going all the way down to the bottom. We're side by side going into turn 3.
Oh man, what a defensive move there by Matthew Wood. Is now Ryan Rose going to go to the inside. Stange trying to go back to the outside right here behind Matthew Wood, who continues to lead here to start lap 96. Looks like Stange maybe pushing the 78 truck, maybe get a good run here into turn 1. Matthew Wood defensive again, as now he's going to take the air off the 78, goes back to the inside. Here comes Stange ripping the outside through 1 and 2. Can he get the momentum here off of turn 2?
It doesn't look like it as he's still stuck behind there. The 78 though, he's getting up to the rear bumper of the 16. Going down into turn 3, look at that full send by the 29. He's side by side, wheel to wheel with the 78 off at turn 4 now. They're going to come across the start-finish line. It looks like Chris Stange is going to hold that P2 position across the start-finish line. Unbelievable what Chris Stange was able to do right there. He full sent it into turn 3, and he full sends it into turn 1 as well. Look how much ground he's made. Oh, real close to the wall there. Oh, he saves it. Unbelievable. Look at Dylan Carrier now side by side for P3.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times tonight, but this 54 is out here with a vengeance tonight. He is ripping the boards here at Chicagoland off of turn 4. Oh, he nearly makes wall contact again on the razor's edge up here at a P3. He's going to try to close the gap, but here comes Stange. He's got an outside door of the 16 here in a turn 1. Can he get the momentum to roll on the outside? Here he comes. Here comes Stange off of turn 2.
Whoa, real close there, almost contact. Not going to make it, though, as they come down the back straightaway. The 29's got the run. The 16's got the inside. They're side by side for the lead now as Dylan Carrier is lurking in the background there as they're still side by side for the lead off of turn 4. Chris Stange, he leads that lap 98 to Chris Stange in the 29. Going down into turn 1 now. He has the lead of this race. Matthew Wood trying to battle back on the inside. It looks like it's not going to be enough, but off of turn 4, here comes Stange with the run down the back straightaway. And the 29, incredible job as the 54 now comes up to help the 29 down into turn 3. And through 3 and 4, Matthew Wood putting on a valiant effort off of turn 4 now to stay in the lead.
Oh, look at Carrier. He shot all the way to the bottom, was trying to make something happen, but Matthew Wood is going to retake the lead on Stange. Oh, contact into turn 1. Oh, my goodness. He gives him a great shove here, but he's going to go to the inside to Stange. Carrier to the outside. Unbelievable action. Oh, Carrier's in the wall. Carrier's in the wall off of turn 2. He's going to lose some time here. Does Stange have anything at the 16 of Matthew Wood here on here into turn 3? He's going to go back to the outside. Matthew Wood playing a defensive line right there in the middle of the track. There comes Underwood. Where did he come from? Pants change and all, and here he is in P4.
Now coming across start finish line, coming down into turn 1, Chris Stange is coming back just a little bit here. Matthew Wood putting down some absolute flyers, but the quickest truck on track right now, that's the 77 of Brian Underwood off of turn 2 now. He's working his way back up to the front. He had a really bad corners 1 and 2 there, as you can see it happening. Oh, he's in the wall!
Oh.
He's in the wall! Oh no! Brian Underwood had it rolling for him as we go back to the front here. Chris Stange coming under attack by Dylan Carrier across the line.
Yeah, Dylan Carrier trying to get to the outside here of Stange. Stange is going to go back to the outside, play a little defensive here. Matthew Wood to the inside. Here comes Stange trying to work this outside line. Matthew Wood, that damage just doesn't seem to be affecting him like it would anywhere else. I mean, it's unbelievable the pace he has in this truck. There's now Carrier and Stange nose to tail here. To the outside into turn 3. Can they make something happen? Do they work together here off of turn 3? Matthew Wood still working the inside line. Off of turn 4, here they come.
Now across the start-finish line, Stage has got to run. He's looking to the inside where Matthew Wood is so strong. The 29 shoving it down deep in there, side by side for the lead of this race. Off at turn 2, the 29 is going to try to push 16 high. He does a little bit there, but it's not going to be enough. Coming down the back straightaway now, the 16 regains control of the lead and down into turn 3. The 29, the 54 working that high line is the 16 going all the way back down to the bottom. Once again off at turn 4. Matthew Wood getting that lead about a quarter of a second now between himself and Chris Stange. A P2 coming down into turn 1 now. We got all these guys coming under a blanket. Jordan Hand and Tyler Bellinger now showing their muscles, wanting a part of this. Still a carrier on the wall.
Oh, gets a massive wall contact there through 1 and 2. That's going to allow Hand to go by. Bellinger to the inside. Bellinger's going to make this pass up to P4. Put Carrier back down to P5. Here comes Underwood. He's looking to the inside. He's trying to make something happen. We got 6 of these boys under an absolute blanket here off of turn 4. Bellinger's still out here in front of Carrier. Underwood lurking in the background. Can Carrier get back to the outside and continue to work it? Trying to make some more ground back up that he just lost as he's running here in P5. Here comes Underwood. He's looking to the inside now off of turn 2.
Off of turn 2 now, real close to the wall once again for Dylan Carrier. He keeps it off it, coming down the back straightaway. Let's see what Chris Stange is up to as he is still stuck behind the 16. Jordan Hand in the 3 truck looking like he's not gaining much to Chris Stange. In fact, he is a little bit slower than Chris Stange coming across the line now. We'll see some updated times. It looks like Jordan Hand was about a 10th quicker than Chris Stange last time by, as Chris Stange and Matthew Wood have seemed to drop off a little bit here, and Jordan Hand is now turning up. Off of turn 2 now, it's only going to be a matter of time before that 3 truck can get around the 29.
Yeah, that 3 truck has got the long run speed. He showed it all night long, and here he is towards this lap trying to make a move here on Stage off of turn 4. He's working this inside line. Stage is going to hold that position for now as he's going to get a pretty good run here. Match Stage's run off at turn 2. Going to try and close this gap down to a half a car length as now Stage is closing the gap to Matthew Wood. Matthew Wood's still playing that inside line. Still a little defensive here through 1 and 2. Here comes Hand. He's going to try and get a massive run here off of turn 2. He's a little sideways. Oh, he gets right to the rear bumper of Stage. He's to the inside. Here it is, a battle for P2 here into turn 3.
Going down into turn 3, the 3 dives it on deep onto the 29. Look at that, he's going to clear him off at turn 4. He does. Jordan Hand up to P2 now. Chris Stage behind him. He's coming under attack by Tyler Bellinger now across the line and down into turn 1. What does Tyler do here? He shines it on deep here on Chris Stage. Is he going to be able to make it happen here? Coming off at turn 2. Let's see what he does here. Oh, Chris Stage is real close to the wall. He holds on to it though. Unbelievable. Chris Stage holding on to that P3 position with Tyler Bellinger hot on his tail as he dives it back deep down into turn 3. Tyler Bellinger, Chris Stage side by side off at turn 4.
These boys are digging tonight as we're side by side for P3. Looks like Bellinger's going to take that position from Stage. Stage is fading here on this longer run as now he's back down to P4. As now Bellinger up to P3. Hand at P2. All in pursuit of Matthew Wood, the Iron Man. Oh my goodness, Bellinger gets so close to the wall there. He's going to keep his foot in it though down the backstretch. He's working this inside line. He has really found some speed down there these last couple laps. Watch out for this 21 truck as he closes the gap down here to Jordan Hand off of turn 4.
What a run by Tyler Bellinger now as you see Chris Stange having some struggles back there now, getting passed by Ryan Rose down into turn 1 now. Jordan Hand, excuse me, in that P2 position as this battle right here is heating up. Ryan Rose, Chris Stange trying to come back on the outside, not going to be able to do it. The 78 gets around the 29 and now the 77 of Brian Underwood sets his sights on the 29 going down into turn 3 now as these guys have kind of spread out just a little bit off of turn 4 now as Brian Underwood has not been able to gain much ground on the 29. Jordan Hand, though, and Tyler Bellinger might be working together here a little bit to try to catch the rear bumper of Matthew Wood. Coming through turns 1 and 2 now. Hand, last time by, was not quicker than Matthew Wood, but only by 0.02 of a second. Now coming down the back straightaway into turn 3. Let's see what he can do here to finish up this lap.
Yes, it looks like Matthew Wood's better here in 3 and 4, and Jordan Hand is way better here in 1 and 2. That's where he gains all of his time on the exit of 2. Can Jordan Hand close this gap? He's got down to 0.3 of a second, and it's kind of stabilized right there, right in the wake here of the 16. He's going to try and use this outside line, something a little different. Late apex down here into turn 1 and 2. Maybe he closes this gap here again off of turn 2. It's at 0.3 of a second again. But here comes Ryan Rose. He's actually reeling these boys in as well back here in P4. These guys are all under a blanket. Here goes Bellinger to the inside. He's trying to get by the 3. Oh, it's so close. Oh my goodness. Bumper business there off of turn 4.
Unbelievable what the 3 truck did right there to hold off the 21 through 3 and 4 as he's now going down into turn 1. It does look like Jordan Hand is consistently slower than the 16 truck in front of him. The 21 holding a much better fight versus the 16 right now coming off of turn 2. It's going to be a little bit of a hard pass for that 21 to do as now we see Ryan Rose. Ryan Rose is the fastest truck on track right now, even with the dirty air, by a tenth, over a tenth, to your next fastest guy, the 78, on absolute rails right now as they're coming across start-finish line, across the front straightaway and down into turn 1. Tyler Bellinger now going to have to go on a little bit of a defensive to hold back that 78 through turns 1 and 2 now, off of turn 2, and these guys still duking it out for P2.
Ryan Rose got a massive run here off of turn 2. He's going to get real close to the bumper of the 21. He's going to shoot to the bottom this time. Bellinger's going to go to the outside. This is incredible action. Here comes a 21 on the outside, ripping the boards. The 78 side by side here off of turn 4. Oh, Bellinger a little sideways. We're going to continue side by side. Can Rose keep his fender right there on the rear quarter panel of the 21? Doesn't look like it. Here he is, going to shoot back to the bottom. Bellinger wants to shoot to the bottom. Not going to be able to get to the front bumper of that the 21 trick as the 78. Here off of turn 2.
On the
so
wall.
tight. 21 to the wall. 21 to the wall. Here comes the 78. He's looking to the outside now.
Oh, he's going to shut the door on him. Going down into turn 3, though. The 21's going to go all the way down to the bottom as far as he can. The 78's going to have to roll the outside off a turn 4. The crossover. He's going down to the bottom, all the way down to the yellow line on the apron. Look at him go. We're side by side for P3 going down into turn 1. The 78 going to shove it on deep down in there, and he's almost going to clear the 21 off of turn 2, though. That 21, he's going to get a huge run if he doesn't make wall contact. He does. Oh, contact.
Oh, no!
They're wrecking on the back straightaway!
Oh no, big contact. The caution does not come out though. We're still green. Unbelievable. These trucks just bounced off the wall here. Oh my goodness, Ryan Rose is big broke here. He's gonna have to make a pit stop, but here comes Stage. Capitalize on it. Oh, look at that. Full drift in a pit lane there by the 78. Unbelievable. Unbelievable action here on lap 117.
Unbelievable what we just saw there. As these guys are continuing to duke it out, Chris Stange finds himself back into the P4 position. Brian Underwood is finding himself on a podium. Plus 15 since the start of this race. What a great run by him so far as Jordan Hand tries to continue to track down your leader. As we got a little bit of battling happening back here. Chris Stange backing up into this battle of Landon Burbridge and Dylan Carrier coming across the start-finish line for that P5 position.
Yeah, still side by side here for the P5 position. Burbridge on the inside. Look at Stange go to the bottom. He sees the run that the 2's going to get here. Oh, can Burbridge sideways here off of turn 2? Oh my goodness, but here comes Carrier back on the outside. He wants to retake that P5 position. Looks like he might be able to clear him here into turn 3. Burbridge going to stay to the inside line. Carrier still ripping the boards like he's done all night long up here into that P5 position. And it looks like he's going to clear him off of turn 4. Put Carrier up to P5. As now he's going to try and put his pursuit here on the 29 stage.
All right. We're side by side for the lead here. Going into turn 1. Wood to the outside, Hand to the inside. Off at turn 2, now coming down the back straightaway. And it looks like the 3 truck's not going to be able to do anything here. But going down into turn 3, Wood is going to rip that outside line. The 3 truck's using a lane lower than him. And off at turn 4 now. Let's see how the 3 truck can do here. Coming down the front straightaway. He's gaining time on him. Like I said, Jordan Hand for a little bit there was rolling through the field and then kind of plateaued to a point where he couldn't get to the rear bumper of the 16. But now he's turning it up once again, and Jordan Hand looking for the lead of this race.
Yeah, Jordan Hand's just searching the track, trying to find some pace here, trying to find a lane that the 16 isn't using. I don't even think Matthew Wood knows he has right rear damage. That truck is still on rails. It's unbelievable the pace that he has in that truck. As Jordan Hand's still working here off of turn 4, he's going to close this gap down to about half a car, or maybe a car like this. Wood goes all the way down to the bottom, trying to make it as short as possible. Jordan Hand, where does he take the run? He's going to go to the bottom. He shoots it in really deep here into turn 1. Can he close this gap here off of turn 2? Matthew Wood's still working this outside line. Looks like he's going to get enough of a run to maintain this lead here off of turn 2.
All right, as this continues on, we got some good battling happening here. Chris Dange being pushed by Dylan Carrier now down into turn 3. Landon Burbridge coming back to the inside. Side by side now for that P5 position off of turn 4. Let's see if Dylan Carrier can roll away with it. He does, as Dylan holds on to that P5 position as they're coming down the front straightaway and down into turn 1. Dylan Carrier been ripping that outside lane this whole race. Even with fresh tires, you will not see that 54 on the inside. You see him got a little loose there off of turn 2. Oh, we got a side-by-side battle for the lead.
Oh, side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel here. Hand is going to clear the 16 to Matthew Wood. Jordan Hand to the lead of this race. It looks like Matthew Wood's coming down to pit lane. Here it is, the final pit stop sequence of the night. Oh, look at Underwood. Does he miss it? Oh, he's sliding. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable.
The 77 missed it. He missed pit road. What does that mean? A drive-through penalty for the 77. Unbelievable sequence of events that has happened for the 77. Unbelievable. And terrible what has happened there. Matthew Wood now down pit road. He's going to take right sides on that. Number 16, Jordan Hand still coming around the racetrack. Look, he's still staying out. He's going for the long run here as they come around the racetrack. The next person behind him, over 3 seconds, Landon Burbridge to P2. Chris Dange coming out of pit road now. Matthew Wood already out of pit road, coming onto the access lane as he comes and rounds out turn 2. Get past that blue line and back up onto the track. Chris Dange now coming out of pit road. Jonathan Gaston did already pit. He already pitted, and so he's up into that relative P2 position right now as Jordan Hand comes across the start-finish line to complete lap 124, onto lap 125.
Yeah, this is interesting that Jordan Hand hasn't made a pit stop here yet. We've seen him do the long strategy last time and lost a ton of time, and here he is doing it again. Very confusing, the strategy that he's gotten implemented here. Maybe he wants to have fresher tires towards the end of this run where he could really charge at the end of this and take advantage of that 16 of Matthew Wood. Let's see if he pits this time by. Looks like he's going to stay on the racetrack. He's going to come this time to the 25 to go, and he's still running around this racetrack out in front of the field as everybody else is now cycling through their pit sequences here. And it looks like the 78 of Rose also behind. Here comes Behringer and the 69 of Jordan Kreider hitting pit lane.
All right, coming down into turn 3 now. Let's see if Jordan Hand is going to make a pit stop. You can see the 78. He has fresh tires. Look how much easier it is for that 78 to make a pass now as they come across start-finish line. The 78 going to get that lap back the old-fashioned way as now he is back on the lead lap. In fact, Ryan Rose, he's the leader. He's relative leader. He got out in front of Matthew Wood.
Yeah, wow. That's what I was saying before we got to that pit sequence. I was like, Ryan Rose is right there behind Jordan Hand. He had that incident, pitted just a little bit before that incident, took his quick repair and got his fresh tires, and now he's going to cycle to the lead. How things can change so fast for you, as now he is your relative leader before all this pit sequences happen. Here comes Matthew Wood. He's going to also try to get his lap back here to Jordan Hand. As Jordan Hand's still running the long game, 23 laps to go. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? I mean, that would be interesting wrinkle to throw into this, as he's still losing a lot of time here, still deciding not to pit.
So let's pull up our pit strategies here. 37 laps, I think, is the most that anybody has gone. 38 laps, by the 69 of Jordan Kreider, as now here comes Jordan Hand down pit road. He's going to make that pit stop now, and it looks like, let's see if Landon Burbridge does. He does. He's coming down pit road, as let's see what Nathan Brookover does now. A little bit of damage to that vehicle. As you can see, a lot of right side damage, a lot of left side damage. He's going to come on down to pit road, and that should hand it off to Ryan Rose, who is now coming under attack by Matthew Wood. Coming into turn 3 now. Last time by, he was just about 7/10 of a second slower per lap. Coming off of turn 4 now, the 16 is already to his rear bumper. He's looking to the inside. As you can see, we got a side-by-side battle for the lead down into turn 1.
Side-by-side battle for the lead. Matthew Wood's going to make this pass on Ryan Rose. He's going to retake the race lead. Unbelievable. 22 laps to go. He's going to retake the lead over Ryan Rose here off of turn 2. Unbelievable strategy here by the 16 of Matthew Wood. He is just putting on an absolute display right now. Can Ryan Rose put something together here over these next couple of laps to stay up in touch here with the 16 of Matthew Wood, as we got 21 laps to go this time at the line.
All right. Let's look at Jordan Hand now. He is just about 4/10 of a lap behind your current leader, Matthew Wood. But boy, does he have fresher tires right now. So, look, he's going to make up a lot of time here. He's got 21 laps to do it. 22 laps to do it as he goes down into turn 1. Let's go ahead and pull up our track map here. As you can see, he is currently P11 coming off of turn 2. And P1 is coming across start-finish line right now, as he's going down into turn 3. So a lot of cars to pass, a lot of track to make up to get back to the 16 truck. It might not have been a good call, but we're going to find out. Jordan Hand is the one guy to do it. If you ask anybody here, Jordan Hand should be on the high list to be the one to be able to get it done.
Yes, he's got a lot of a lot of traffic here in front of him. That's the 79 of White. He's going to try to get side by side here down the backstretch. Here's Caden and Josh right here in front of him as well. Jordan Hand working the inside line. Oh, the 79. Maybe grab a little bit of wall on entry there to 3. Here comes Jordan Hand ripping the bottom, making up a ton of time here. He's going to get side by side with Caden, and he's going to continue side by side here across the line. Can he get a run here on the 5 of Kreider here down into turn 1? Maybe make another opportunity at a pass. Here he is. Sends it in here into turn 1.
Down into turn 1, he's to the inside of Josh Kreider now. Off at turn 2, he's going to pull up right in front of him, and he's going to be able to hold on to the P8 position now. Already making up some spots for himself. Now going into turn 3, he's going to have all that clean air he needs. The next person in front of him, that's Dylan Carrier, and he is a good 10th of a lap ahead of him right now. So he's going to get a lot of clean air here. He's going to get a lot of time to put in some qualifying laps to see how much further he can get to Matthew Wood. But man, 18 laps to go. That's not a lot of time for Jordan Hand to get back to the front.
Yeah, I think he's got to be hoping for a caution here late so he can take advantage of a little bit fresher tires here. Unbelievable with the long cut strategy all night long. Just hasn't panned out for him here tonight, as he is currently running in that P8 position, 10.7 seconds behind your race leader, Matthew Wood. Maybe running out of time here. He's got to gain about a second a lap if he's going to have anything to have a chance at this Matthew Wood, who's leading this race right now, currently 2.7 seconds over Rose and 4.6 over Underwood. So it looks like a long climb here for Jordan Hand if he's going to have anything to say about this race victory here tonight. 17 to go, down the back into turn 3.
Yeah, right now, Jordan Hand just about a half a second quicker per lap, which is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. He's got to get a little bit more out of that number 3 machine to get it done. That time by, he was just over 4/10 faster than Matthew Wood, and he needs more than that to get to the front to try and contend for the win of this race. Jordan Hand trying to go with a little bit of strategy here tonight, and not really having the pace at the moment to get himself up there. Let's see what he could do this time, though, coming off of turn 4. Last time by Matthew Wood, a 32.41. This time by, for Jordan Hand, a 31.99. So again, just above 4/10 of a second that he gained on Matthew Wood, but it's still not going to be enough.
Yeah, he's got to gain about 7/10 of a second per lap at this point just to get to the rear bumper of Matthew Wood on the last lap. And catching's one thing, but passing's a whole nother thing. So he's got to be ripping some laps here if he's going to close this gap. We got 14 to go. He's closing this gap down to Carrier, who's right there in front of him, still ripping the wall like he's been doing all night long. See if he can close this gap here in the next couple laps. He's got it down to 9 seconds, 14 laps to go. If he could just continue to run the fast lap times, he's got it down under 9 seconds now. Can he do it? He's closing up to the rear bumper of Dylan Carrier now, down the back. Yeah, he's got to continue to rip these lap times. He's going through traffic too, which is going to make it tough. Look at this mix of guys up here. This is battle for P2. Oh, look at Rose sideways. Here comes Bellinger. Oh, Rose grabs some wall here. Underwood's going to take over P2. Bellinger trying to get on the podium here. P3. Oh, this is going to get a tight battle here. Maybe 3 wide here. Oh, my goodness, in a turn 1. 3 wide action. Here comes Bellinger on the inside. Underwood in the middle. Here comes Rose ripping the wall. Yeah, Dega Boys 10 to go here at Chicagoland. These guys are duking it out for this podium position as Matthew Wood's coming to get 9 to go. Oh, look at Underwood. Little sideways. Here comes Bellinger. Still working this inside line. Ryan Rose gets a massive run here off of turn 4. Where does he take the momentum? He's trying to get to the outside. Underwood being a little defensive here. He wants to hang on to this P2 position. Unbelievable. Bellinger losing a little bit of time here. Ryan Rose back into a podium position here through turns 1 and 2. Still working this outside line. There comes Jordan Ann. Can Jordan Ann make quick work of these boys? Is he still on his pursuit back through the field? 6.4 seconds behind with 9 to go. Yeah, Jordan Hand is now cleared up the traffic. He's 6 seconds behind, 7 to go. He's got to gain a second a lap if he's going to have anything to say about Matthew Wood. But the podium battle is still on. Underwood holds it right now. P3, Ryan Rose, Bellinger, all over the rear bumper. Here comes Stage trying to get into this mix. This battle for the podium is heating up here with 7 to go. Look at Rose on the outside. Gonna try to get a big run. He's going to clear the 21. He's going to get right to the bumper of the 77. He's going to push him here down the back straightaway. He's going to try to go back to the outside. Underwood's going to play mid-turn here, try to control this inside line as the 78 of Ryan Rose going to get another big run here off of 4. Oh, he's sideways again. Oh, no, not what he wanted. Here comes Bellinger back to the inside. Yeah, we got 5 laps to go here at Chicagoland, and we're still digging here on the inside as the 78 of Rose. Bellinger, him and Bellinger have been battling it out all race long, it seems. They made contact at one point down the back straightaway. And here they are again late in this race. Looks like Bellinger's going to clear the 78 of Rose. Does Bellinger have anything left to come back at the 77 for a podium here? That's P3 right there, a podium position for Bellinger if he can make it happen, as Rose is losing some time here through 3 and 4. Here we are, 4 to go. Yeah, Bellinger, he's going to try and make a move here. He wants this outside line, but the 77 knows that, and he's going to play defensive here in a turn 1. Hold this outside line. Not allow the 21 to get to the right rear quarter panel. Oh, real close to the wall was the 77 Underwood. Bellinger, he's about a half a car length back. Can he make a move here? Does he shoot to the bottom here? It looks like he's not going to shoot to the bottom. It looks like Underwood's going to play defensive again here through 3 and 4. Unbelievable action. Podium still up to grab. 2 to go. One more time around here at Chicagoland for Matthew Wood down here in a turn 1 for the final time off a turn 2 with a little bit of damage. Hasn't affected him. Get a little bit of that redneck horsepower here down the back straightaway. Continuing to drive on down here in a turn 3 for the final time. This man has put his stamp on this season, has been the dominant driver. It seems like nothing can phase him. Off of turn 4, it's going to be the Iron Man, Matthew Wood, who wins here at Chicagoland. What an amazing race. Unbelievable. I don't think that right rear damage was even hurting that 16 truck here tonight. Unbelievable drive that he put together. He had the strategy on point. That's where he really won this race. He had that figured out, was able to make the pit stops at the right time, built enough of a gap and kept the speed in this race truck. Had to earn it. He had to fight back at one point in this race, lost track position on pit road with a mistake and fought back to the lead and then held onto it from there. Unbelievable drive. Again, here by Matthew Wood.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I had no practice. We I think like you guys, we did the Sebring race, so that's all we did all day. And you know, um Just, I got in that wreck where Helen Keller cleared himself on whoever, I think it was Danny White, so I was behind the whole stage. And I took my fast pair and just moved my way up there. I thought I had a chance for Wood because I came in pit road right behind him. I thought I got black flagged, and I was lucky iRacing gods were on my side. But when I went in my box, I went to add fuel, and once it stopped my stop, it went back and did another stop and added fuel, so I lost another 5 seconds on Wood in pit road because of that. Yeah, I thought I was in deep shit there because when I think half of my truck was outside that cone, and I was like 4 or 5 miles per hour over as well. Our group, our team alliance, whatever you want to call it, they were talking about Wood. His strategy is going to be undercut everybody so he can get in the lead. It's the same strategy. It's worked all season long, and he was able to pull it off again today. Uh, Smart man, or I should say, smart teenager.
Yes, absolutely. A great race ran by you tonight, Brian. A great battle there at the end, also with Tyler Bellinger. Tell us a little bit about that. Did you feel like you could hold back the 21 in the moment? And were you worried at all?
I was pretty worried because I blistered those tires because pretty pissed off about screwing up that stop. And just, he did pretty good. He didn't get into me. He could have. But yeah, it was a good battle between him and I.
Absolutely. Well, look, congratulations on your P3 run tonight, and definitely a great turnaround from your qualifying position, nonetheless. How did your Sebring run go?
Well, it's kind of like the league, right? We didn't practice or nothing, so we were just freeballing it. And so I think we got 13th. I think was where we finished. That Tokyo drifted around the last turn, and then Josh had some minor issues, and yeah, we had a blast. It was a good learning experience with the rain.
Yes, yes, it was. Same here, and we kind of talked a little bit about it on the front end of this stream here. Just a little bit of issues for us. Kind of ruined our night, so we just called it. And so, you know, not a ideal Sebring run either. But congratulations on your P3 tonight. Congratulations on your Sebring run as well. And I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay may have a few questions for you. But congratulations, and Jay, take it away.
Yes, Brian, congratulations on yet another amazing performance. I mean, you fought back from the little bit of early incidents and you get on the podium here at the end of the race. Unbelievable job. Who do you have to thank for this performance here tonight?
I mean, you guys putting on the show, like I said, I keep it on my side because that's how we review cautions, and you guys make it entertaining. And then, all the drivers showed up. They did a pretty damn good job tonight, caution-wise, especially after last week. And, all the sponsors with Dylan and all he does with helping with recruiting and the post-race show and all that stuff, and just, all the admins between Josh and Jordan. Makes, like I said, it's a collective effort.
Absolutely, it is. Thank you so much for the kind words. We truly appreciate it. Thank you for coming out here tonight, putting on a great league, giving us some great on-track content. We truly appreciate you, Brian, and everything you do as well. So, thank you for that. And Brian, yeah.
Hold on. When you bring Jordan Hand in here, you gotta ask him, what did you, something about a hand. Did you need a hand to get past Wood tonight?
Bet.
You gotta bring that up. Bet. He hates it.
Okay.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
All right. Okay, you left. All right. Let's bring down your second place finisher tonight, Jordan Hand. Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Sir.
Jordan, what a phenomenal race you had tonight. Look, we saw that your last pit stop, you went really long with it. For what we saw is that you wanted some good tires for the end of this race. You wanted to absolutely drive pedal to the metal. You wanted to just take it straight to Matthew Wood. Did you feel like, though, that you could do it? I mean, you finished 4 seconds behind him at the end of the race. What more did you need out of that 3 truck in order to overcome that 4-second gap?
Man, if I'm being honest, it was just when I got around to it, I was better, I felt like, on the long runs than Matthew. And it just, when I got to him and I was passing him, me and Brian were talking, and I was like, he's going to pit. And so if you go back and watch it, when I was passing him on the inside, I knew he was about to pit. So I tried to slow down to keep him on the high line, and then I was going to pit the next time by. But then I think he slowed down and got down. And I'll be honest with you, at that point, I knew it was kind of chalked at that point. I was telling Brian, I was like, if I pit the next lap, I was like, it doesn't really matter. So the only thing I was trying to do is get on a different cycle than him, and like you said, pedal to the metal with fresher tires. I was hoping to make a little bit of a difference, and I mean, I was flying there at the end, but yeah, man, I needed more time.
Absolutely. I mean, you were very close on meeting that delta that you needed to, but there was a couple laps there where you were only a half second, 0.4 of a second when you needed 0.7. Did you feel like, though, that you could reach that 0.7? Did you feel like that there was some on track action happening that was preventing you from getting to that delta?
Yeah, I mean, if I could have got lucky, with clean air, that was a big difference. But there was a few moments there where, I don't know, I think it was Brian and Tyler and was Stange were 3 wide, and I got in their dirty air, and it was definitely making me slide a little bit. But you gotta give props to Matthew, man. He's one hell of a driver. I mean, the dude did the Sebring race all day today, and I think Noah's doing it right now, and they're in the lead. And up 6 laps on everybody. So, I mean, the kid's unbelievable. So to do that and then come over here, kick our butts and then turn around, I think after his interview here, he's going to do the last stint or whatever. So the kid's just absolutely insane.
Wow, unbelievable. All right, well, look, I'm going to hand you off to Jay here because I just got a message from Matthew Wood asking if he could get a quick interview because he's got to go back to Sebring. So I'm going to hand it off to Jay here. Jay, you got anything for Jordan?
Yeah, I'll just make it real short here so we can get this Matthew Wood interview. I picture at the top. You did great all night long. Come home with another P2. Who do you have to thank for your performance again here tonight?
That was impressive how quick you said that. I'm going to go with my wife again. She's awesome. She's the best. Also, just want to shout out all my friends watching the races. They watch every week. And shout you guys out. You guys do an amazing job every week, man. It's you guys always amaze me how well you guys do. And other than that, man, just thanks everybody for coming out. We had a few new racers tonight too, by the way, and I think they did pretty damn good. They're trying to stay out of the way as we get closer to the playoffs, but I just want people to go out there and drive and have a good time, and I think everybody did. So, other than that, that's it. Oh, go Bowman tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the great, nice words there. Shout out to Jordan's wife and the homies as well. And Jordan, thanks for coming out and giving us some great on-track content. And congratulations on your P2 finish. We'll see you in the next one.
One thing.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
One day you're gonna pick me and we're gonna win. It's gonna happen soon.
I know. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to put that good juju out there.
All right, boys. I'll hop out of here.
All right. Thanks. All right. Well, we had Matthew Wood in here. We may not have him once again. Yeah, okay. He is coming back here. Let's see. Here we go. All right, Matthew Wood. Look, I just saw your message. I sincerely apologize. Look, we'll make it quick. We'll make it quick, I promise. But
we've already got that settled out.
First off, congratulations on your win. Incredible what you were able to do. Even with that right rear damage on your truck, you were incredibly fast. How did you do it tonight?
I was in another world. I'm gonna be honest, I've not been this tired in a very long time. I can't tell if I'm shaking because that was intense or I'm shaking just from the sheer lack of sleep. Um, I mean, I got like 2 hours of sleep. My power went off. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. and then my power went off at 3 and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I got up for the first race of Sebring. We wrecked in turn 1. Went into this lobby. We're leading by 6 laps. But I did 6.5 hours straight in the car before I got into PSCRL. And then I immediately jumped to PSCRL. Now I gotta immediately jump back in the car. I don't know. It was a really good race. The tires were a struggle, but I think in the second stint we really figured that out with Noah and all them telling me, just do this, and then I did that. But last week was tough. I mean, 5 laps down at one point because of a speeding penalty and horrible time caution, but we came back.
Absolutely. Well, look, like I said, I was just going to make it quick on you because I know you got to go and drive, finish out that Sebring run. Congratulations on your P1 run today. Incredible what you were able to do. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay might have a few questions for you, and then we'll round out this this interview. Jay, take it away.
Yeah, Matthew, real quick, who do you got to thank for another win here in the PSCRL Truck Series race?
I mean, that was a clean race by everybody. Everybody did a good job, and of course a few wrecks, but every race is going to have a few wrecks. You can't get out of that, but the team's been really, really supportive the past few weeks, and a lot has happened. Change in ownership, change in everything. It's been tough on me because I mean I've I've been wrapped up in all this, but like I always have to say, the Lord's done his work, and we're gonna have a new paint scheme hopefully next week. But now we're coming into pit road, and I'm about to hop in the car. Let's go.
All right. Congratulations. Good luck on your Sebring run, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
See ya. All right. We got that real quick out of the way there, ladies and gentlemen. And look, Matthew's gonna go on. He's probably gonna go win that Sebring race.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna have one successful night here tonight. So, but Jay, wow. What an absolute banger of a race that we got to see once again with the PSCRL guys. We saw strategy. We saw desperation. We saw Jordan Hand at the end there make that strategy call because he knew it was his only chance to try to get back up to the 16. It doesn't work out for him, but once again, Matthew Wood comes out on top with, this time with a little bit of a twist. He had damage on that truck the whole race.
I mean, unbelievable. The best iRacers in the business. PSCRL Truck Series. Chicagoland Speedway is like a match made in heaven. This is just an amazing race. Another fantastic race. We said it at the top. Strategy was the name of the game here tonight, and we saw it. We saw an early caution. We saw Underwood involved in that. He put together an absolute valiant effort to get to a podium position by the end of this race. And then we saw a long green flag run. We saw Nathan Williams, last week's winner. He cycled the lead there for a little while. Put the fight on Matthew Wood. That was fun to watch. And then it was just battles all night long. I mean, nobody really was able to check out on any once they got the lead on anybody during this race. It was so tight, battle for the lead. Always in doubt. You never knew who was going to take control of this race. Final pit stop sequence plays out in favor of Matthew Wood. This guy just masters the strategy game to perfection on a weekly basis. Does it yet once again. Jordan Hand said, I got a better long run truck. We noticed that all night long. It just wasn't enough laps there at the end to make that long run truck really work to his advantage to get back to Matthew Wood. But yet again, Matthew Wood, the Iron Man himself, gets it done here in the PSCR Truck Series as we have, 3 more races till the playoffs?
Yep.
Wow, we're winding this season down, baby.
Absolutely, we are. First off, we didn't get to talk a lot about the chat here. Tanja saying some awesome words. We truly appreciate that, Tanja. You're a great supporter of this channel. We truly appreciate you coming out and giving us some encouragement. Really, the encouragement. We love it. Thank you so much. TW, Manda, we had Roadkill in here. A lot of awesome people coming in here, commenting on our live broadcast. It means so much to us. Thank you so so much. We truly appreciate it. With that being said, Jay, let's wind down this broadcast just a little bit, all right? Let's talk about our memberships, all right? If you want to be part of the Dega Boys, come on in, go to our channel, hit the join button, choose a tier that works best for you. There's some pretty awesome, pretty cool benefits that come with that membership, right? You get to come onto a podcast. You get to come onto a broadcast if you'd like. If you want to do something with us, just let us know. Be a part of the membership program. Help us out a little bit. And all the monies that go through that program goes right back into the channel to help create better and more phenomenal content for you guys. So that is truly one of a kind. I don't think you get that anywhere else. You want to come hang out with us, become a member? You can. You can. It's that simple. You come hang out with the boys, man. The OGs. Some of that redneck horsepower, too.
Yeah.
If you guys like some of our merch, go check out our merch store. Go support us as well there. Get yourself some Dega Boys apparel. Get yourself some Big Daddy NASCAR. Maybe some Andy Jakoviak. I ain't
Andy
lifting
Jesus?
until I see the checker flag or Jesus Christ or whatever. Or God. It was God. Yeah. If you want a shirt like that, go check out our merch store. Again, all the monies that go through that goes right back into the channel to create better product, better content for you guys, our viewers. Look, we've got a lot of stuff coming up on our channel. I'm actually going to hand it off to Jay here real quick. Jay, why don't we talk about, first off, what are we doing tomorrow, and then our podcast?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in the works here. Man, a lot of streams I've scheduled, but tomorrow, IndyCar action, baby. The Thermal Club Million Challenge. We're going to be here for the heat races, the main event, with all the drama, all the intensity, all the action. We're going to be right here, live on YouTube, watching the race with you guys. It's going to be a great time. Interact with us in the chat. Tell us what you're doing, how you're enjoying the race. Just chalk it up with the boys, man. The Dega Boys here to have a great time watching that race with you guys, as well as our podcast on Tuesday. We're going to be talking about all the races this weekend. Formula One, I think, starts in like, half an hour. So
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be tuning into that here in a little bit. The
From
Australian
down
Grand Prix.
under.
From down under. Aussie land. Aussie invasion. It's going to be great. Can't wait to watch that here in about half an hour. But also, NASCAR at COTA. We saw some banger races this weekend in the trucks and Xfinity already at COTA. And then tomorrow, Jordan Hand already getting it at it. All right, I talked about on Tuesday who's going to win this weekend for the Cup race. So make sure you guys tune in. And then we'll talk about it again on Tuesday. So make sure to tune in on Tuesday for all the great racing talk that we got to bring to you guys. And we'll also preview the Richmond races, which are next weekend for the NASCAR series as well. And then on April 12th, mark your calendars. We are having a prelude to the Dega Games live stream podcast, however you want to say it. We're going to bring the King of Camo in here, and we're going to do a little bit of smack talk, a little bit of trash talk, a little bit of talking about the games we're going to be playing, and maybe talk about our strengths and weaknesses in all these games. Just have a little bit of fun time, a little prelude to the Dega Games, which are coming up here April 15th. I fly down to Georgia, go hang out with Tom all weekend. We'll be doing a podcast in Tom's garage, having a good time hanging out. Get to see Jared Donovan will be down there with us as well. Then you're going to get to meet the rest of the Dega Boys crew, gang, everybody that comes to Talladega with us every year. It's going to be a great time. A lot of people from NSR are going to be there as well. A lot of your favorite race car drivers there. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a blast, get to interact with all of you fans. If you're going to Talladega, come hang out with the Dega Boys. It'll be a great time.
Yes, it is. Look, seriously, if you're going to be in Talladega for the spring race, find us. Find us in turns 1 and 2. Maybe we make a short. Maybe we make a video or maybe
Get a group photo.
Yeah, a group photo. Maybe we're even doing a live stream right then and there, and you walk in and we get you for a quick interview or something. I don't know. Look, if you're gonna be there, find us. Seriously, we'd love to hang out with you. So lots of cool stuff coming up. Still lots of stuff happening on the channel, and more to come. This isn't ever gonna stop. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out, watched, liked, commented, subscribed. It means so much to us. It really does. Again, over 14,000 subscribers. We love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like Jay likes to say, Jay, I'm going to steal it from you. The day they let two idiots come onto YouTube and talk about stuff like this to broadcast races was the day that'll go down in infamy. But
D-Day.
But seriously, thank you guys. We truly appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys check out our social media links as well: Discord, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Go check all those out. We got lots of cool stuff happening there as well. We truly appreciate all of your guys' support. And yeah, this has been another awesome broadcast here on the Dega Boys channel. Again, Jay in the booth with me, Thomas. This has been the Dega Boys for another PSCRL banger broadcast here at Chicagoland. Thank you once again, and we'll see y'all in the next one. I forgot to update the channel supporters, so I